have been prevented through early detection and screening. Movember. It's important. Take care of yourself by calling Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is a great value. And ask about full body cancer screening. It's super important to do. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. Make sure you tell them Russ and the Monster sent you. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up that cell phone and dial pound 250.
I'm worth more.
I'm worth a little more.
I'm worth a lot more.
You are worth more, and your car is worth more at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Save big where the season of wonder meets wild fun at Busch Gardens Christmas Town. See holiday lights at thrilling heights on 18 rides and coasters. Enjoy dazzling new shows and holiday flavors and heartwarming moments with Santa, Rudolph, and friends. Christmas shines brightest with nearly 70 miles of twinkling lights at Tampa Bay's best and longest running holiday event, Busch Gardens Christmas Town. Select dates from November 14th through January 5th. Save up to 60% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our Black Friday pre-sale. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
We want to see you
in a Greenway Kia. For over 23 years, my family's been saying it. And right now, the savings are at an all-time high. During the Kia Fall Savings Event, every new Kia is discounted thousands off MSRP. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships compete for it. Meaning, you could get up to $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Negative equity refinance. Expires 11/7/25.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Join the city of Leesburg to celebrate our veterans. The Leesburg Veterans Day Parade, this Saturday at 11 a.m. on Main Street in downtown Leesburg. For details and to request a parade entry for your business or group, visit leesburgflorida.gov. That's leesburgflorida.gov.
Imagine a holiday season without sneezing, sinus headaches, or watery eyes. Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help. Aspire has clinically proven treatments that meet your budget and lifestyle, so you're not locked into weekly allergy shots like with most allergists. And you may be close to meeting that healthcare deductible, so your visit could be covered. Don't let allergies or sinus issues ruin your holidays. Aspire can have you breathing easy in no time. Visit AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
If you've been thinking about upgrading your windows or patio doors, now is the perfect time because Renewal by Andersen's Black Friday sales event is here. For a limited time, get 20% off all replacement windows and patio doors. And here's the really big news. Buy now and pay nothing for 2 full years. That's right, 0 down and 0 payments until 2027. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim Impact Windows and Doors are built for Florida homes, engineered to handle heat, humidity, and hurricanes while helping you save on energy bills year-round. And with their smart sunglass, you'll enjoy natural light while reducing heat loss and boosting your comfort. William agrees and says our horizontal slide window from Renewal by Andersen is beautiful. The quality rises above the rest. Their installation is very professional, a very good experience. I recommend Renewal by Andersen. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to see all the beautiful products they offer and check out their hassle-free process in 4 easy steps. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
An official message from Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save some money, and don't forget to make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. CREDIT. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Tuesday, November 4th, 2025. Lots to get to today, from Election Day bomb threats to former Vice President Dick Cheney dead at 84, and the one word that got a new teacher fired on the spot, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. As always, all you have to do is record a dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and record yours now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your messages rolling right in the studio in real time. And it is, friends, a Share the Show Tuesday. That's right, everybody. That's when you spread the word about this show. It's very easy to do. Just hit somebody up, tell your friend via text, email, or otherwise, hey, I think you should check out this show. Here's a link. Presto, bingo. You shared the show just like that.
Bang.
How's everybody doing on a Tuesday?
Oh, tired.
Ready to party.
Why are you tired? What, are you still the fall thing or what?
It's still the baby thing that doesn't know the fall thing.
Oh, no.
Not used to the time change?
Jackson just turned 2, everybody, just in case you didn't know.
Happy poopy.
Is he fully into this whole
he was
terrible
already terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, he was already in the thing, you know.
Yeah, I got you.
Terrible fetus, got it.
He was, he's just been up like earlier than normal, but now that normal, or his clock is different than my clock. Mm-hmm. Now I'm like waking up at like 7:15, which for me is S-ville.
Yeah, that's abnormal. Yeah, he's not on that time.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing he's doing it too? Is it just running around and getting into stuff?
Yeah.
Drugs.
I said this.
That'd be great. I mean, no, that wouldn't be. No.
Yesterday on Dull Mike, but it's going to come as no surprise to you that my house is 100% full on transitioned from Halloween to Christmas.
Yeah, I knew that. I mean, I knew your wife would. It's like your wife has a lever, and the moment the Halloween clock ticks down and hits midnight, the lever is hit, and then all of the Christmas decorations come up. And you know what? I went around this neighborhood yesterday. She ain't alone, man.
Nope.
People are moving
it's a
fast.
Quick flip. I tried to say, can we wait until middle of month for Christmas stuff? And then I sent a screenshot of C-Lane's lovely wife saying that Nicole had only seen one of the 4 Christmas trees that were up as Jackson was opening my birthday present. So I have no argument at this point. I guess Christmas starts next week for me.
People move quickly on this now. My neighborhood was like just like that. All of a sudden, there was somebody across the street. They had their 1 minute. They had all their Halloween decorations up. Next, they got all the Christmas stuff up and ready to go.
Wow,
it's astounding.
And your neighbor and I have those permanent lights in common, so that transition happens damn near instantly.
Which is also a great move. I was just talking to somebody who got a quote to put up Christmas lights, $2,500.
No.
For Christmas lights, which I immediately said, you're being scammed. I'll do it for $1,500.
When you say Christmas lights, how elaborate are we talking about for $2,500?
Bush along the roof, something that will have to be taken down. Immediately, I go, have you not considered the all year round lights that are the Govies?
I think I spent less than $2,500 getting them and having them put up by somebody else, and they stay up forever.
Yeah.
Right.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's by the season or mood.
You do have to be the light guy then. But
what does that mean?
Yeah, I mean,
You know what it means.
you and my neighbor, you're both out there in the front yard with your app, changing your lights on the trim of your house. You're like, look at this one, and I'm like, wow, okay, cool. And he's like a little kid with a brand new remote control car.
The worst thing you can ask me is, how much can you do with those lights? Like, what are the different things to do? Allow me to show you. Yeah, we had all these people partying in the cul-de-sac for Halloween, and they're asking me questions about these lights. How much do they cost? Are they easy to use? I go, let me just show you. I'll just show you.
Because not only do you have like the settings and based on season or mood or lifestyle, but you also they have created a social media in which you can share custom DIY light settings. So
That's kind of cool.
And then not for nothing else, but the biggest flex when somebody has never seen these before is like, oh, you want to see how it works? Oh, cool, ready? And then I would turn on the microphone, to sync it to music, and then just hold it up like bust a beat.
Yeah.
Give me a little beatbox. And when
God.
the lights, they move with all of them at the same time. It's
I did
almost
something
instant.
similar, but I was like, get in a fight with your girlfriend right here. Right by this microphone. See how the lights react to it?
I feel like this would be yet another thing, if I had it, that I would talk to Courtney about, and her eyes would just glaze over. I mean, inches thick, just glaze on top of the eyes. I do this already. I'll be like, oh, my God, Courtney, babe, you got to see the new NDI that I added into the studio. And she's like, to just not even remotely interested in what's happening. So I'm staying away. But if you've put up your Christmas decorations already, let us know that you've made the jump and it's happened already at your household. We'll see where everybody's at on that. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Louisiana, everybody.
All right.
That's right. What's their state motto, Louisiana? We're the Sunshine
show boobs.
State. Is New York the Empire State? I think New York, you're the Empire State. I think I might be getting that wrong.
Their motto is union, justice, and confidence.
Oh,
boy, that sucks.
Gun in my head would have never guessed that.
Yeah, that that's hadn't heard that before. But they were doing their thing over in Louisiana, in Slidell, Louisiana, where somebody had gone into one of their local stores and stolen some merchandise. Well, a cop is
the
on the
Pelican
chase.
State. They're the Pelican State.
Okay, I mean,
It's a little better.
Confused.
Yeah, it's better than the other one. But a cop heard that there was shoplifting in progress and showed up and started chasing the shoplifter around, which is kind of hilarious in and of itself. But then he needed some help, so here we go. Let's listen in.
How you doing, ma'am?
I didn't take anything.
By the way,
Oh, Don.
you want me to think you might have taken something?
I
You
didn't
might
take
have taken
anything.
something? You want me to think you might have stolen something out of the store? The moment a cop walks up to you, I didn't take anything.
How you doing, ma'am? Answer, I didn't take anything. In one
Ma'am,
breath.
I didn't ask you if you have stolen any items from the store. Just immediately to that.
How you doing, ma'am?
I didn't take anything.
Come on and walk.
Oh, she's going.
Foot pursuit from Dillard's. Slidell. Foot pursuit for Dillard's. White female, gray top, blue jeans.
Dillard's.
Foot pursuit from Dillard's.
First of all, Dillard should be happy anyone's going into the store.
All right, is this how you're supposed to operate, law enforcement pros out there? He's getting
He's
all
the one
info.
that's allowed to chase him down. If the Dillard's employee chases him down, they get fired.
But can I just say, wouldn't it be better for the chase if you weren't talking? Can't you go, like, if I ran full speed and then I ran full speed whilst talking like this, aren't I going to be slower when I'm talking?
Yeah, but he's got to let the other cops know what's happening.
Does he?
It's just I've heard it done very much quicker in the past.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like he has not done both ever in his police career.
Listen to the way this guy said. He's talking as he's running full speed.
Foot pursuit from Dillard's. Slidell. Foot pursuit for Dillard's. White female, gray top, blue jeans, brown hair.
Here we go. They're circling cars.
I'm sorry. That was not a honk on my sound effect end. Somebody just gave him a hey cop.
The shoplifter is running around in circles, and you might be wondering, like, who just honked that car? It may be an answer that you get here in a moment, all right? Because The shoplifter's on the run. She's circling cars in the parking lot, and the police officer's circling the cars behind her like a cartoon or something. Get her!
Towards Old Navy. She's trying to get in the car.
She's getting in the car.
What? Silver Buick. Get out. Stop. Stop the vehicle. Stop it.
Stop they're leaving.
Oh, he's going to run after the car.
HBH 031.
Ready?
Follow him. Go.
This is a regular ass civilian. This woman is.
Oh, no way.
She just got turned into an instant cop because
And
the cop's
she
like.
got the go-ahead to go drive as how she wants. And
He
as
said
fast as
go.
possible.
He said go. Follow the car.
How
Now,
fun.
we need to know the law on this. If I'm in a car and I see a police officer in the middle of a chase like this, if I pull up and the cop jumps in my passenger seat, am I now insta-cop?
Deputized.
Am I deputized immediately?
Now, remember years ago when I was doing a Sabrina on the Job and I was working with Crime Line and I did the bust. They were getting Pistol Pete. And I had to wait in the cop car. And I will never forget, the cop looked at me and was like, if anything goes down, you get in that driver's seat and you go away. And I go, lights and all? They said, lights and all. So
it seems
I
like-
was just hoping, a little bit, that something bad would happen so I can go
Did
drive.
they tell you where the lights were?
It didn't matter. I hit all the buttons and I'm out.
You just all at once. Yeah, everything, every button that's like red, blue, or black or whatever, just hit them all.
Let's go.
This woman pulls up and scoops up the cop, and the cop's like, let's go.
One of my bigger regrets in my short stint in television, we were doing a community access kind of thing at a fire station and getting a bunch of B-roll, and they let me climb in the fire truck, and they said, watch out for this pedal down here. This is something that I was learning at the time, was that at the fire truck, they have pedals or like foot stomp buttons for their loud horn and for some of the lights.
Yeah.
So they're like, don't touch that. You could blow the horn at people. It was really going to startle them. And I just followed their directions like a little pussy.
Well, this lady has a moment right in front of her here. The cop jumps in the car, and he's like, go. And she's already trying to spout off the license plate number. I got him.
Follow him. Go. They went left.
They're on the chase, baby.
I don't know where they went.
This is so weird.
They're right there. They're going around the back.
Go and give them the air.
They're right.
They're turning right towards on Town Center.
Come on, let's go fast.
Get out!
Oh, they got him.
On the ground.
I'm getting out.
I didn't do nothing.
Hey, I'm right here. I didn't take anything yet.
Oh, there's two people.
Yeah, they got the getaway driver was the guy who's with her, and then that woman that was like, I didn't steal nothing. She again is saying she didn't steal nothing.
Just getting an update that Dillard's has now closed.
Oh,
They're
man.
the only two customers that have been there.
Wow, I'd never have heard of that happening before, but I really want to know if you're in your car and a cop jumps in and is like, there's a bad guy, hit the gas. Am I permitted to break all sorts of laws?
Do I have to use turn signals and stuff or ask him to put his seatbelt on?
I have to be honest with you. The answer to these questions better be yes, or I'm not helping. I'm not like.
Okay, but you're not going to be the guy who's like, get out, I've got a place to go.
I will. I will, unless I'm getting something fun out of this circumstance.
Key to the
you
city.
let me break the laws. I'll take the key to the city.
I'll just roll down the window. Key to the city? You say yes or you don't get in.
I love the lady. Like, he comes up to her. I didn't steal nothing. I didn't steal nothing.
The crazy part is like the lady that gave him the ride. I don't know how long this ride seemed to last because of the cutting of the video. But I wonder if she found out later that it was just for some petty shoplifting and was like, oh, this seems excessive.
Well,
You
what
got
does
in the
she
car
think?
and everything.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
can
She
drive
just
as
sees
fast as you want.
She just sees a cop chasing a woman and then screaming into his, foot pursuit, Dillard's, foot pursuit, and she probably thinks something crazier happened, in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
But then you find out that it's just for her grabbing a couple clearance rack shirts and not wanting to pay for them, and you go, this seemed like a waste of my time.
Well, that's what you have to ask when the cop jumps in. He's like, go get him. Like, for what? What is it? What's the charge? I want to know. If you say, like, they did XYZ to a little kid, I'm hitting the gas. flying. They say ISIS. I don't know. I'm going to think about it for a second. They might have bombs or something. I'm going to process.
If they say ISIS, I'm going to say, can you grab a couple more people from your side of things, please?
Also, I might start asking for things really quickly. If a cop jumps in and deputizes me, I might want a bulletproof vest very fast. Like if you don't mind, you got a bulletproof vest on.
Give me the baton at the very least.
All right. I don't have anything here. It's unbelievable.
In the question that I'm writing down for Moses, if I offer a police officer help in a pursuit, we want to know what laws we're allowed to break.
Yes.
Am I deputized? And then I added, is deputizing real?
Yes, yeah, that's good. That's good. But put that at the end, you know?
It is.
We don't want them to pop the balloon too early.
No.
Big election day out there, everybody. Who's voting? Everybody voting? Let us know. It's an election day in a lot of different places out there. People taking to the ballot box, posting their votes. In New York City, they're going to be voting for the mayor of New York City. The governor is up in a couple of locations.
The guy's been shot 9 times. Did medical marijuana. That's it.
It's not the biggest election year, but there's stuff happening.
They had for Saturday Night Live this past weekend, I think a fake or just mayoral debate. And Shane Gillis played, who Sabrina was just quoting, Sliwa.
Yeah, Curtis Sliwa.
That was a hilarious bit because every time they pointed the camera at him, he had another run-in with the mafia or injury, any of that stuff.
That's his thing.
I mean, the crazy thing about this, hang on, let me see if I can bring this up here. The crazy thing about this is in New York City, the only people really contending for the mayor in any serious way are this Mamdani guy, the socialist dude, Cuomo, the sex pest dude, and then this Curtis Sliwa guy who's been around forever in New York politics. He's Guardian Angels guy and all that. And if Curtis Sliwa would drop out, there would be a chance that Cuomo would win. So I think this is one of the latest polls here. Let me just bring this up. And they have Mamdani at 43.9% in the latest poll for New York City mayor. Andrew Cuomo, 39.4% in this particular poll. And then Curtis Sliwa 15.9%. So if you split that vote between Cuomo and Curtis Sliwa, that could be enough to beat the socialist guy. But he doesn't want to drop out. And maybe they made fun of that in the SNL bit, but he keeps they go, why don't you drop out? You're not going to win. You're not going to win. You're not going to win. Because, spoiler alert, he's not going to win. He's not going to be the next mayor of New York City. But one of the other two is, and not really great candidates, any of them, in my opinion. But you see a pretty tightish race. Mamdani is the favorite to win, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But that's just one of the elections that's out there today. And there's been some bomb threats. There's all sorts of stuff going on. Let's see what's going on over on Fox. They're talking about how there's been bomb threats at some polling centers.
Governor Mark Meredith is live in Montclair with the latest for us. Mark.
Whoa.
Ainsley, Brian, and Lawrence, good morning once again, friends. Some brand new information coming into our newsroom that we've learned that these threats were communicated electronically via email to at least 7 different counties across the Garden State. These threats certainly being taken seriously, and out of abundance of caution, some of the polling places were temporarily either closed or suspended as they moved voters to different locations. And then as they were doing those searches, then either able to reopen some of the facilities. We got a statement from the Attorney General of New Jersey. I want to put it up on the screen for you.
Bottom line, this was another email threat. It's not very different from what happened at a lot of schools recently, a lot of colleges will get these email threats. And they originate from overseas a lot of times. I don't know if this one did, but it's tended to be something where it looks like there's international actors trying to disrupt things in the United States of America, which is pretty easy to do. I mean, you could just take one email, CC a bunch of polling centers, and then there you could sit at your desk in an office and watch all the cable news networks immediately start to react to the fact that the polling centers have seen bomb threats. It's not hard,
and
really.
They can't not do anything about it, even though they're probably 80% sure that it's a hoax.
You're screwed.
God forbid it is a real deal. Then they have to do it.
if you have 1,000 hoaxes and one real one, and you go, well, this is not going to be real, and there's an actual bomb, you're toast. People are going to eat you alive for doing that. So they have international actors have seen that there's this sort of flaw in America where you can hijack our system like this in some way. So I wouldn't put much into these voting day, election day threats, but we'll see what's going on out there, and we'll see how this whole thing plays out. I know there was cops absolutely everywhere outside these precincts where this was going down. This is just one of them here where there's just a line of cops a mile long outside the precinct, an area where there were some of these bombing threats. They haven't found anything as far as I can tell, but they have to act like that. They have to go in and clear everything out and make sure everything's as safe as it can be. So we will get to what's going on, the voting, the response, et cetera, whatever level you want to get into this. We'll get into everything viral happening in the news. When we come back, another huge problem at a theme park. Wait till you hear what happened. I want to know how you would have reacted if this would have happened while you were on a ride. This is a wild one. It's coming up next on the News Chunky.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Police activities blocking northbound and southbound lanes on Chuliota Road between Lake Pickett Road and Lake Mills Road. It's stop-and-go traffic on I-4 eastbound due to an accident at Apopka Vineland Road. Traffic's backed up from Osceola Parkway and the right lane's blocked there. There's a crash getting cleared up here on Conway Road where it meets Lake Margaret Drive.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
And right now, you save 7
Round of applause for making it today.
That's Everdoor Peace of Mind. Lock it in today at Everdoor.com.
Round of applause
The garage door
for making it today.
Moms, we all wish there were 2 more of us just to get through the day. Packing lunches, preparing snacks, cooking dinners. Well, that's...
Yes, Stephis, that's what we're going to be talking about in a bit here. I got freaky on that ride. We're going to talk about this theme park ride malfunction, another one, and the reaction to it, because it was pretty scary for the people on this ride.
And you have to be 3 places at once? Go to the one place that counts. FreshFromFlorida.com.
Morning, everybody. Hey, just so you know, we talked about, I believe, Walmart doing a Thanksgiving deal. Publix, not a sponsor, Publix also doing a Thanksgiving deal, a Publix complete turkey dinner. Get this, turkey already cooked, okay? You just heat it up and serve it. Feeds approximately 8, a 10-pound turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, all the fixins, $69.99. Would ya? That's not bad, right? Not a bad deal.
There's millions of people without the health insurance they need. I get it.
So New York is full of trolls, not assholes? What do you mean, the bomb threats? I don't think those are coming from New York. Would be my guess. I don't think those are coming from New York, but we'll see. That is a good deal, right? Sean, I beg of you, we need new merch. We will have one final merch run for 2025. There'll be one final merch run that's coming up before the end of the year, and it's going to be great. CNJ Forge says, nope, I fry my turkeys. I don't know that I've ever had a turkey fried like that and been like, man, this is crazy. Publix has this every year. The food is terrible, but it does make it easy. Why is the food terrible? How is the food terrible? If Publix gives you green beans, stuffing, all the fixins for a turkey and a 10-pound turkey and it's terrible, I feel like that's on you. I feel like that might be on you. Publix food is never terrible? Not in my experience. Ghost Bird is dead on, though. Turkey is 1 billion% overrated. Back live on the show in a couple of minutes. This is Skull Mike. We're on a commercial break. And I need one more spray. I'm sorry. One more.
Your ticket to big savings is that big blue envelope in your mailbox. Valpak. It's brimming with deals from big name brands and your favorite local spots. Services. Stuff you're already buying.
Okay.
For less.
I'm back.
And you could score
Miss me?
instant prizes just for opening it. Or save even faster with mobile coupons you can use right now at Valpak.com.
Shout out to Pom Pom Thanksgiving Sandwich. Rip Pom Poms, huh? Rip Pom Poms. We plan to do the Publix dinner for Thanksgiving this year. We'll report back. LOL. Please do. I'd love to hear. I did the Publix Thanksgiving turkey meal last year, and it was fine. Did the boar's head version and bought extra sides. All right. A lot of times, I can deny the upgrade. Like, somebody will say, do you want this version or the premium version? And I'll be like, hey, kiss my ass. If I'm at the gas station, I'm doing 87 octane all day long, baby. I don't go for the premium all the time if it doesn't seem like it's worth it. But if I'm getting lunch meat and I can either get Publix version or boar's head, I will take the boar's head every time. I think it's noticeably better quality, tastier, and I think in a blind taste test, I could pick out the boar's head as being better every time. I think it's worth it.
JTV Jewelry Television with 80,000 jewelry looks where kind of a big deal, even bigger with
90 seconds and we're coming back live.
fragrances and more. And biggest of all, because you could win a 7-night stay in Bali. Spending money.
They just called out 6677 at the DMV, and I was waiting for the kids to freak out. Maybe there's none there? Or maybe they're over it. Are they done with 6-7? Please. Please be done. All right, we're coming back.
For big holiday deals. As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
The free iHeartRadio app, giving you direct access to leave a message for Santa.
Hello, Santa. Hello, Santa. Hello, Santa Claus.
While you listen to North Pole Radio on the app, press the red talkback mic to record a message to Santa. It can be a question, song request, or to even just remind him why you should be on the nice list.
The nice list, right?
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
Just open up the free iHeartRadio app and search North Pole Radio and make it a preset now.
Love you, Santa.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. CREDIT. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
Incident at a theme park. Wait till you hear what happened. I want to see how you would have reacted if this happened while you were on a theme park ride. That's coming up in just a moment on the show. Big congrats to the Major League Baseball fans out there. The numbers coming in on the World Series, and they said 25 million people tuned in to the final game of the World Series on Fox on Saturday night.
-1.
Which
not one lick of the baseball game.
You didn't like it? You're not a fan
Not that
of
I know.
baseball.
I'm a big fan. I honestly forgot it was happening.
Wow.
Sorry.
What kind of fan are you?
We had
you
a
said
big show coming up.
You said big fan?
My
you can't
Marlins were not in the World Series. So, but congratulations to the fans of those teams.
Who did the Marlins lose to last?
Everyone.
One by one. Who are two pitchers on the Marlins staff right now?
Old Gonzalez and McCannley.
I don't know. It's hard for me to tell, but 25 million people tuned into the final game of the World Series on Fox. That's the highest rated World Series finale since 2017. So it looks like the numbers were up for him. The Toronto Blue Jays and Dodgers game. Maybe people liked the Canada versus United States battle.
Were
Maybe
they including the
into
Canada
that.
numbers?
No, but people might have, in the United States in particular, been interested in, much like they want, what do they call it, a Subway series, when they had, a
pedophile involved?
No, not Jared Fogle. He was not involved in this one. The World Series matters for a couple of reasons, like who's in it, what's the rivalry from the teams if they're not my teams, and the United States versus Canada can be some sort of rivalry. And I'm going to root for the United States every single time, obviously, because Canada can kiss my ass. But I don't know if that's what popped it up. I don't know why. They've seen the biggest World Series rating since 2017. Let us know if you watch. Maybe you tune in for that.
Seems like the games were, I don't know, is it more exciting if a baseball game goes longer, or is it just...
I don't know. Staying up till 3 a.m. didn't sound like exciting to me.
I'm a bad person to ask that one, because if you said, Sean, would you like a regular length baseball game or a triple length baseball game? I would like the regular length baseball game.
Right.
I don't need any more than it's already long. It's a very long game to begin with. I don't need it to be even worse. Speaking of worse, this certainly was. This is a theme park that none of us have ever been to, I can guarantee. But let's look it up. It's called Worlds of Fun. That's where this went down. The Worlds of Fun theme park in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm sure a nice place. It appears to have at least some roller coasters.
All right.
And I'll tell you the problem with one of those roller coasters and what happened for some frightened riders in just a moment. But what do we know about this place?
Worlds of Fun, 235 acres of theme park located Kansas City, owned and operated by Six Flags. It was founded by American businessman Lamar Hunt and Jack Stedman, under the ownership of Hunt's company, Mid-America Enterprises, in 1973.
Oh, so it's been around for like 50 years. It's, I'm sure, got all sorts of rides and stuff. What's a ticket cost, if you guys can find out? Worlds of Fun. Are we talking
daily tickets,
SeaWorld style ticket prices? Like, is this the Poro Park? Or is this Universal and Disney prices, like almost $200 per ticket to get into the damn place?
This is where their website is having a hard time opening up right now.
I'll bet it is.
No, it can't be from good things based on the story that we're about to get into here. But this story says from KCTV, Worlds of Fun has responded for the first time to reports of a safety harness failure. You know that moment on the roller coaster ride or like the water ride where you know it's the photo moment and you're like, hey, you pose or whatever, and it's like a fun moment on the ride. They got to that part, and you see these people, and they're all freaking out because the restraint wasn't locking. So instead of them being like, yeah, we're about to, take a plunge here, everybody's like, oh, my God.
We're going to die?
It was crazy. Let's see. This is Channel 5 has the report.
Halloween haunt draws thousands seeking scares, but one couple says they got more than they bargained for. A girl's safety
Were you
harness
scared?
reportedly failed on the Mamba roller coaster earlier this month.
Witnesses watched in horror. Tonight we're hearing firsthand accounts. And just hours ago, Worlds of Fun responded for the first time.
Oh, I want to see what they said.
Grace Smith spoke with a couple who helped save the girl. She joins us live from the park.
All right, they helped save the girl. I mean, how dire was this? What actually went down here? Those are the big questions, I guess, for now.
I mean, walk us through what happened here. Lauren, imagine sitting on this ride here and hearing cries for help from the seat behind you. Absolutely no one wants that situation.
Well, hold on. If I'm on a roller coaster, how am I going to determine that there are cries for help in the seat behind me?
Just scream help.
You think that's going to stand out to you versus a normal roller coaster ride where they're like, help! You always hear people screaming that stuff. If you're in your car,
I hear people screaming or "oh my god" or curse words, but help, I feel like is something different. No,
I wouldn't respond to it. I wouldn't. Like if I was on a roller coaster, somebody said help, I would be like, okay, help them because they're on a roller coaster and they're a little scared or something. I wouldn't think for a moment that meant there was an actual emergency going on. Everybody's screaming. Everybody's freaking out. It's a thrill ride, and you're having a thrill moment.
Worlds of Fun is shedding some light on what happened.
When we turned around and started helping her, the only thing I could think of was what if this was my daughter?
This is Chris and Cassie Evans, who say mid-ride on the Mamba, the unexpected happened.
The girl sitting behind my wife just lets out this blood-curdling scream like I've never heard before.
It's a picture that tells...
Okay, the photo is supposed to be of a fun moment. They even superimpose a big snake, a mamba snake.
Because they bought the photo straight from the merch table. I mean...
Yeah. So how scared were they if they purchased the photograph after this? But you could see them leaning backwards, trying to secure the people behind them in the roller coaster because their lap bar, I guess, isn't holding. That would be scary. I'm not saying it would be scary. I'm just saying I question whether or not you would know, hey, there's something going on here. These two, you can see in this moment, it's crazy.
The woman next to her, the next to the one that's in peril there, does not seem to, I mean, they've blurred her face, so you don't know if she's looking at them or not.
Yeah, this lady right here.
But it looks like she's just got her head back and joined the ride.
What are you guys complaining about? It's the Mamba. This is how it actually goes on this thing. I'm going to put this on See It Now in a moment. Let's go back to the story.
Horrifying story.
I assumed maybe it's her first time, whatever. And then she said, my seatbelt came undone.
I have my hands on her blades.
The couple immediately reached over to help, doing what they could to keep her inside the ride.
A pretty big gap between her and the lap bar. So at this point, I'm seeing huge space, no seatbelt. And I looped my arm underneath the lap bar and I'd grabbed a hold of her wrist. My wife was pushing down on her legs.
As season ticket holders, they know the Mamba well and knew the twists and turns up ahead.
As we crested each hill or as we started to go up to the top,
the person noticed this at the beginning of the ride.
Could you imagine?
Every single hump and dip and twist.
And the two in front are helping. The person that she's with... nothing.
She checked out.
At all.
Yeah. The person that she's with is me. I'm just like, I'm going to close my eyes and I will open them up at the completion of this ride.
To your head completely cut off. Come on.
Maybe. I don't know. But this was on the Mamba. I'm going to put this up over on See It Now so you can see the moment where they realized, oh my God, things are not going well here. Let's see if there's anything else they have to say.
Recognized that it was going to lift her out of her seat. So I kind of shifted our positions to, instead of hold her, to push down on her whole body to keep her from coming out of the seat.
It worked. The couple say they managed to keep her inside the ride until it stopped. They say they then went to report the incident.
We were assured that the ride was closed down for an inspection.
Yeah.
For the remainder of the
Was it though?
By management.
A park spokesperson confirms to KCTV5 they shut the ride down immediately after the incident. A team inspected it thoroughly before reopening it later that evening.
And
they say the Mamba has a multi-layered restraint system and operated safely since then.
Okay, so I don't know. Hold on. Let me see a little bit more here because this
Mamba has, quote, undergone a comprehensive safety review.
Okay, so they've gone through, looked at everything safety-wise, but they're not saying whether or not there was a failure here. Like, was there or was there not a failure of this ride?
I don't think the two people in front of them would have done what they did without saying that there was a failure. I mean,
well, what about this? All right, so let's say, I don't know how these rides work.
If it's not a failure with the ride, would it be a failure with the ride and show employee that was supposed to lock that lady in?
But what I mean is, sometimes, every once in a while, on rides, you have your restraint, and then they double up with a little, safety belt.
Right.
But the safety belt is just like an extra little thing. The restraint is what keeps you in the ride car. Is it the case that they just forgot one of the two things, or they're not really responding that clearly to this, I don't think. But it says couple helps secure rider after seatbelt fails on this roller coaster. I'll put it up on See It Now. Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch or an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. All right, quick break. We'll get to the latest on the elections that are underway all across the country today. Anything interesting happening there, we'll tell you. We got our friend Amy Caulfield post-roast joining us in just a little bit. And when we return, a place that has held a spot in some of your hearts for a very long time has just announced a major change. What is it? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Real Music Weekends are Classic Alternative.
This weather report.
Temperatures to be right around average with a high of 80 degrees in Orlando. That's only a degree or two below our normal high of 81 for this time of year. We'll stay dry with mostly sunny skies. And as we head throughout the rest of this week, temperatures will continue to climb out ahead of our next cold front, which will bring a couple of showers our way as we head to Sunday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors, trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct hurricane impact windows with most installs done in less than 8 weeks. And ask them how you can get windows as low as $9 per window per month. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. What if you want to win those windows for free? I'm talking $25,000 in new windows that you could win by texting WOW to 20129. If you've entered in the past when there was less of a grand prize, well, then you're automatically eligible to win that upgrade, $25,000 in new windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
If you've been thinking about upgrading your windows or patio doors, now is the perfect time because Renewal by Andersen's Black Friday sales event is here. For a limited time, get 20% off all replacement windows and patio doors. And here's the really big news. Buy now and pay nothing for 2 full years. That's right, 0 down and 0 payments until 2027. Renewal by Andersen's acclaimed impact windows and doors are built for Florida homes, engineered.
Hello! Stand by.
Renewal by Andersen. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to see all the beautiful products they offer and check
Amy Caulfield coming up in just a bit. We'll talk to her post-roast and get some Amy Caulfield roast drama. God bless her. She was so funny. Can't wait to chit-chat with Amy about the response to her roast. Anybody voting today? Hands up in chat if you voted today, actually. Hands up if you voted today. There's a bunch of governorships on the line, some mayoral races, a lot of very, very hyper-local stuff, local district voting going on. Let me know.
At Farmers Insurance, we often wonder, why would you buy a top-of-the-line smartphone only to protect it with the cheapest
90 seconds.
Thousands in a home reno, but use the cheapest.
One of the biggest questions is, well, obviously, does Mamdani win in New York?
The answer is simple.
And what does that mean? And then, will there be a sweep of all the far left people running for office right now? Which is like, I think 4? There's a bet on Kalshi about this. There's 4 politicians, including one in Minnesota, one in New York, I think one in Seattle, and one more city. They're very left-leaning candidates, and if they all win, that's supposed to be an interesting bet. Hello? Hi, how are you doing? What can I do for you?
Ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
I will. I'll tell her. She's very good. She's very good. I gotta go, unfortunately. I only have 40 seconds. Gotta go by. Gotta go by. Gotta go by. Hamburger, help me. Oh, I wallop myself. All right, here we go. A place that you might know has just made a big change. Details coming up.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
At Rasmussen University, not only can you pursue your education goals with dedicated support, but when you get started on campus, you could qualify to pursue them with a new laptop. Learn more at rasmussen.edu. That's rasmussen.edu.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the news.
A major change. What is it? We'll find out in just a moment. Welcome in to the world's most viral newsroom. Learn more about this show by going over to the website, which is thenewsjunkie.com. We learned right before the show, former Vice President Dick Cheney has died at 84 years old. Richard B. Cheney, the 46th Vice President of the United States. He died on November 3rd, last night, and he was 84 years old, his family said. His beloved wife of 61 years, damn, Lynn, and his daughters Liz Cheney and Mary Cheney and other family members were with him as he passed. The former vice president died due to complications of pneumonia and cardiac and vascular disease. And a tough one for somebody like Dick Cheney. I'll tell you why. Because Dick Cheney, for a long time, everybody left of center, everybody on the left, hated Dick Cheney. Like, he was Darth Vader to them. Dick Cheney was the real brains and the real bad guy behind George W. Bush and his administration. He was the puppet master, and everybody left of center hated him. But then he turned tail on Trump and some Republicans, and so did Liz Cheney and other family members. So now people right of center ended up hating Cheney too. So like Dick Cheney dies, and I don't know that he's got a whole lot of people saying too many nice things. He's got too many wasp nests rattled up. And it brings me back. Oh, God. I want to go into the time machine for this one, if you don't mind. Let's jump in. We have to go back for what was a classic moment in news history, I think. Let's fire up the time machine and go back.
I think we visited this one recently.
Oh, we talked about it a little bit.
However, when I typed in Dick Cheney's name and his Wikipedia page came up, it was the color of an unclicked link. But the thing you're about to bring up was the clicked one. That was the page I'd been to before.
This part was so funny to me. When he shot that dude in the face, and then the guy who got shot in the face by Dick Cheney threw a press conference and apologized to Dick Cheney, the man who shot him in the face.
For looking like a deer?
And he looked all busted up at the press conference. This was back in 14 years ago, at least. No, it may have been further than that. When Dick Cheney shot this guy,
it was 19 years ago.
What was that?
All of you, as media, have been very patient and waiting for me to make my appearance here. I hope you understand. I'm sorry I've delayed you, but I know your role is to get the news out to the public. I compliment you on what you've done. I've read and seen many of your reports, and I know your job isn't easy. I regret that I couldn't have been here earlier, so you could see what a lucky person I am.
Right.
For many years, my family and
I love the chyron at the time. Man shot by VP Cheney speaks. The lower third graphic is like
Subline. Thank God it wasn't shot in the mouth.
This guy got blasted in the face. He's got a black eye as he's doing this interview or this press conference, and he apologized to the dude who shot him.
Way too calm about this. Like he says, I apologize that I couldn't do this earlier, and then just moves on. I would have been like, I'm sorry I couldn't be here earlier. I got shot in the face.
Yeah, in the hospital, but my bad.
By the vice president.
Ron Swanson style.
Yeah, let's see what else
get
he said.
after? Do you get like a little sticker on your car?
Down in Kennedy County. We have visited them for over 25 years and have had some wonderful trips and visits, pleasant memories.
Not this one,
that
though.
we cherish forever. However, this past weekend encompassed all of us in a cloud of misfortune and sadness.
Yeah, and he goes on to apologize to Dick Cheney, who shot him in the face. Maybe that means he was a good friend. I don't know. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't know what was going on there. But
yeah, he suffered a non-fatal heart attack and atrial fibrillation due to at least one lead shot lodging in or near his heart. He also had a collapsed lung.
Woof!
And Cheney didn't talk about this for a couple days until he was on Fox News, I guess.
Yeah, I remember at the time it was like, guys, what's the big deal? I shot somebody in the face. Unfortunately, the 46th Vice President of the United States of America, Dick Cheney, has passed away at 84 years old. We'll take your thoughts on that, whether you loved him or hated him or somewhere in between maybe. Send your dispatches and emails over at thenewsjunkie.com. It's a place many of you grew up with. It's a place that's been sort of struggling as of late. It's a little place called Hooters.
All right.
And
I'll have
Hooters,
some milk.
I'm trying to think of what this actually means, because the headline says of this story, Hooters is getting a re-Hooterization.
Implants?
It's kind of what it sounds like, if I'm honest with you. A re-Hooterization. I don't know what that means. The founders are taking control back of the Hooters locations.
When did they lose control?
Somebody else took over not too long ago, and the original founders, are now taking Hooters back, and they're going to undergo a re-Hooterization.
Wait, this says new management, though. Is it the new old management?
The new old management, I believe. Changes are likely coming to a Hooters restaurant near you as the chain puts bankruptcy behind it. Hooters Inc. said this week that they finalized their acquisition of Hooters of America, and they said Hooters calls itself the original Hooters. The men at the helm aren't strangers to the chain. They founded its first location in Florida in 1983, they said. And they're going to do what they call a re-Hooterization, revamping the uniforms to go back to the original look of Hooters waitresses and the staff that they wore. I guess as of late, this was the Hooters uniform for some of them. And
what the hell is it's not even orange?
I know it's not orange. It was black. It had an owl on it, and it said "Welcome to Hooters." And then the back was like more of a I don't know if thong is the right word, not like a string, but like your butt cheeks are like a bikini, I guess. I don't know, like a bikini back. And that was the Hooters outfit, and they're changing it back to the old fashioned one, the one that everybody knows from back in the day, like the orange shorts and the white top. And this is, I guess that's re-Hooterization. That's it in action right there. I don't know that this is going to solve any problems. It says modesty is in. Modesty is back in as Hooters founders take back control of the chain. I guess this is better. You can let us know, Hooters diehards, whether you're excited about this or not. Hit us with a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. As far as voting today, you've got Pennsylvania, California, New Jersey, Virginia, and New York. Those are the 5 biggest states. Pennsylvania, the polls close at 8 p.m., so shortly after that, you should see what happened in those states. Virginia's a little earlier. Virginia's at 7 p.m., and New York is at 9 p.m., most of these are not that close, especially Virginia, I believe. New Jersey, the governor election doesn't look that close. California the redistricting thing is not even going to be remotely close. They are going to show you how bad redistricting is in a very redistrict state by redistricting even more in off season. That's what they're going to do in California. It's very bad and very dangerous, so we're going to do it even more in a time when we weren't supposed to do it because the voters said we weren't going to do this, but we're going back on that because we got to show you how bad this is, so we're doing it. That's what's happening in California. It'll win hands down. No doubt about it. It is going to be victorious over there. But most eyes, I think, are going to be on New York City. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's the biggest city in the country, but the mayor of New York City is always kind of a big deal outside of New York City.
I've never seen this much outside influence, not even influence, just discussion on the mayor of Orlando.
Yeah,
the mayor of Poughkeepsie.
No. Sometimes the mayors of like the biggest cities you'll see a little bit, Chicago, Los Angeles, here and there.
Because the cities are in the news.
Yeah.
But nobody cares when it comes time for the citizens of those cities to pick who's the next one.
Yeah.
I feel like the last time we talked about New York mayoral race was when the Sex and the City lady was running.
Cynthia Nixon.
Which was, what, 10 years ago? A little less than that?
Well, right now, the thing is, it's a big difference that you've got in front of you. You've got some very, very different people that are running for this race. And then you got the young upstart socialist dude who is out of a cannon and has won over especially young people. But New York City, this is not shocking to most of you, not exactly a stronghold for Republicans. And the Democratic Party right now, I think some 80% of the Democratic Party is favoring socialism over capitalism. This guy is headed in that direction. So for them, this might be their choice. I am a proponent of letting cities choose their own leadership, and then is it going to work out for you or not? We'll see afterwards.
Cynthia Nixon ran for governor, challenging incumbent Andrew Cuomo.
Thought it was mayor.
Yeah,
Cuomo.
She challenged incumbent governor.
Same Cuomo.
Andrew Cuomo in the Democratic primary. So she tried to run against him while he was already in the office.
Yeah. She didn't do too well on that one, I don't think. He was the governor and then now is going for the mayoral position and has all kinds of problems in his past, too. He's like, it's a whole thing. So New Yorkers will choose who they want to be in charge. And a lot of people outside of New York will whine about it. I don't care. I don't live in New York City. I don't care what happens in New York City. I haven't visited New York City in a very long time. I don't really plan on doing that. I'm kind of excited to see what happens. That's what I like to watch. I like to see what happens and what goes down in these cases. So we'll see who wins when the polls close a little bit later on this afternoon. When we come back, we'll have a real winner on our hands. Amy Caulfield from Fox 35 usually joins us on Mondays, but we'll talk about the roast event because she was a big part of it. What went down? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Win tickets to the Tampa Bay Bucks game Wednesday on our Instagram at Real Radio 1041.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
All northbound lanes are blocked on Conway Road at Lake Margaret Drive. Police activities blocking northbound and southbound lanes. To the shoulder.
Hello!
Hello, everybody. 666-676-8477 from the traffic center of James, Birmingham.
Amy Caulfield coming up next on the show.
New at Lowe's.
Again, we'll talk about her roast performance.
But thank you again for your help with the video.
Engineered for pros to dry fast, black stain,
Thank you, Amy.
for virtually flawless results. Available now in oil.
You did an incredible job. Huge hit.
Lowe's.
Steve says, anybody who wants to live under socialism should be forced to live in Cuba for 6 months. If you survive and still want to vote for that shit, so be it. I mean, I'll say the same thing I just said. Why do you care who the mayor of New York is? If everybody in New York wants to vote in a socialist, they want to squeeze the richest and even just wealthy people in the city of New York even more, and they want to drive. Some polls say, like, I don't think this will be true, but some polls say as much as 8 to 10% of New Yorkers have said if Mamdani wins, they'll leave. Will they do that? You know how this stuff goes. Like, Trump wins, I'm leaving the country. I don't know if they actually will, but that's a New York City problem. Not a Sean Watson problem. Amy says, I don't live there. Yeah, I mean, I don't care who the mayor of Albuquerque is or Miami is. I care who the mayor of Orlando is, and he sucks dick at his job. But I don't care who these other mayors are. He's a democratic socialist, not a communist like Cuba. This is a distinction in name only. I believe it's pretty clear if you look at the statements that Mamdani has posted over the years that he's a Marxist and that he's probably in line with a lot of communist and socialist ideals. That's what I think. There was a tweet from 4 years ago or so where he said, from those according to their ability to the Marxist quote.
He is one of, yes.
Sorry, distracted.
Mom and
so have fun.
Good friends. I actually married her parents.
Oh, you did? You
Yeah.
were the officiant?
If they leave, it'll make New York more affordable. Who?
Anniversary yesterday.
If rich people leave?
When we moved into.
If rich people leave, it'll make New York more affordable.
Somebody, one of the houses.
I don't know if that's going to math out for you.
We convinced them to move onto our streets, and now they're like right across the street from us.
Oh my gosh, how great is that though?
It's really
And the
great.
kids are the same age.
If he wins, more corporations will flee to Florida. Well, I'll say this. It's probably not going to be seen as a good place for businesses in New York City. It's probably not going to be seen, the city of AOC and Mamdani, it's not going to be seen as a place that's very friendly to businesses. Not going to be seen as a place that's friendly to landlords and people like that. So yeah, I think they'll probably drive some of them away.
Talk about out of this world savings. It's pulling me in.
You're gonna miss the big opening.
1:30, and we're back. Florida is not offering corporations anything to come here. Florida's big thing is no state income tax. And that is a very sexy draw for people. It is. You live in Los Angeles or New York City, and you can go to Florida and there's no state income tax. Our taxes are much lower. You have other problems, of course, but that's attractive to somebody. If you make over $350,000 or so in New York City, which before you go crazy is not a lot of money in New York City, okay? You might not think this, but $250,000 in New York City is not a lot of money in New York City, all right? If you make that much money, you already pay a lot in taxes. You already pay a lot. Let's talk to Amy Kaufeld. Let's see what she wants to talk about. Let's talk about the roast with Amy Kaufeld. Then we're going to talk about your mom for a little while. We'll chat about your mom momentarily here on the show. Hang tight. We're coming back with Amy K.
You kind of a big deal. Enter by December 7th at jtv.com/sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Then watch JTV on TV or shop jtv.com for big holiday deals.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. CHECK. That's check. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Because therapy's expensive, and we have microphones. This is the news.
Just tell one person, maybe one person today about the show. That will be good. I'll appreciate that greatly. If you can do that, if you have no friends or nobody's walking by you, simply like the stream over on YouTube. That'll be good enough for us to share the show Tuesday. We love you. We appreciate you. It's not Monday. But that doesn't mean anything for us because we wanted to talk to her this week, and she was willing to talk to us as well, even though it's not a Monday. Let's welcome Amy Caulfield from Fox 35. There she is. Amy.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Amy, I got to tell you, I knew for the roast event that something was cooking and that you were working on something. I knew that you were going to be there, but you had a bunch of stuff going on that had you tied up. I didn't know that the video you put together for the roast was going to be 1/10 as funny as it was.
So great.
It went
Very good
over
job.
big.
It felt cool, especially considering that it was like on the news desk, several angles. We had the, what do you call it? The thumbnail on top of you.
Yes, yeah. We call it an OTS, an over the shoulder.
OTS, yeah, that was my next guess for sure.
Yeah.
The graphics, the on-screen graphics were up there, and it was so funny. It was very, very good. And the moment it popped on, everybody gets glued to this huge projection screen at the roast, and people were just rolling. So, first of all, thank you. That was hilarious.
I love you guys. It was a collaborative effort. I have to give huge props to Sabrina, who helped me with the jokes, because you guys all know how funny Sabrina is. She's amazing. So Sabrina helped me with the jokes. So
I gave
she
her
gave me
many
some great
options.
ideas. And then we had some help back here. Our production staff helped put it together. Casey came up with the great graphics. I went and picked out pictures of you guys that I found. I was just like scanning. I went through all of your social medias and it was like trying to find like perfect pictures so that we could use in the background. So awesome. And then Casey helped put everything together, and it was fun. It was really Casey like really went to bat and like made it look like very professional. So
yeah, shout out to
him and thanks to Sabrina.
Yeah. Big thanks to Casey. And obviously you, because it was a hit.
Did Sabrina give you any ideas that you were like, I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble if I do this with the Fox logo on?
No, she actually kept all of her jokes, like I thought, like really clean. Like she was good. She like knew. I think she knew what the line was. Like Sabrina's like, okay, here's the line.
Yeah,
I don't want to get Amy in trouble. But it's because she gave me actually a big variety, and so I had to like narrow it down and choose like the ones that I was like, okay, this seems like something I would say.
But with the execution was absolutely perfect. I was telling Amy during the break right before, I watched that video probably like 15 times. When I first got it, I was like, Celine, you got to watch. He's like, no, I want to surprise.
I wanted to be surprised.
So I made Nicole watch it 5 times when I was like rehearsing people that were not going to be at the roast. I'm like, look at this. Isn't this so great? I absolutely loved it. And it was such a great part of the roast. So cannot thank you enough for doing that.
I'm so sad I missed it. It was actually Colton's birthday. October 30th is his birthday.
Happy birthday, Colton.
And so that's why I couldn't be there. When Sabrina told me the date, I was like, oh. So, yeah, I was bummed I couldn't be there, but it was fun. I'm glad I got to at least participate.
Yeah, people absolutely went nuts for it. It was a blast. So, thanks again for that, and we appreciate you taking part of it. Appreciate you just being part of this show for so many years.
I love you guys so much.
The audience is
y'all are family to me. I tell you this all the time, but my favorite thing is when people come up to me and they say, "I always listen to you on the News Junkie." They don't, it's like that's just like to me that's the coolest compliment. It's not,
Amy
we watch
Sweezy
you in the
loves it
morning.
too.
It's yeah, it makes me feel good.
Yeah, true crossover.
We
there.
love you, Amy. It would not be what it is without you. Much appreciated.
It's fun.
Absolutely. Are people, can you get a vibe on, are people like gassed up about Election Day today? Were people, go ahead.
You mean like locally, or do you think? I think
locally, like, do you think people locally are paying attention? I'm sitting here talking about Election Day. I'm like, is anybody tuned into this? Does anybody care about this?
Yeah, I think for sure in New York City, I think in the state of Virginia, I think in the state of New Jersey, where they're electing governors, I think that those folks are probably for sure fired up. I think locally, because we have mostly commission races. I mean, the one commission race is very interesting because Regina Hill is trying to get her old seat back. Of course, she was suspended from her seat because of allegations of fraud involving an elderly constituent in the city of Orlando. So she was suspended from her seat. She's now trying to win the seat back, and she's still has a trial pending on those felony charges. So that's an interesting one for sure, I think, in the city of Orlando. But But yeah, I don't know. These smaller elections, it's hard. They don't usually get much of a turnout. But I do think, obviously, everybody in the country, maybe, and I think, other parts of the world are talking about what's happening in New York City. So that one is fascinating.
That's the one that I think has people really, really honed in. And what I think is funny is there's what is, to me, a huge disconnect. I hear a lot of people who are going, you see, there's an appetite for this Zohran Mamdani guy. And this is where, the left Democrats should go in the United States of America. This is what America wants. It's like, hey, what New York City chooses today is going to be very different from what would work in a general election to me. I don't think this would work in the slightest in a general election. But New York City, it's an interesting election because they have Cuomo, who is mired in controversy himself. You have the young upstart Mamdani guy who has, different ideas and has really, I think, grabbed the youth vote at least. And then you have the Curtis Sliwa guy who's just always the also ran.
I've
in
been
every
shot in the
one of
face.
these
I've got Crohn's disease. That's all I know of that guy.
Another thing you should know about that guy? He's not going to win today. He will not be the winner of this
But he was
election.
shot in the face 9 times, I thought.
Yeah, he's been a figure in New York politics forever, for as long as I can remember, but he never actually ends up winning anything.
But even when he knows that, and I'm sure his team is kind of giving him the nudge, this is your opportunity to give your endorsement to somebody else, but he's still going to stick it out, which is baffling to me. Do you really care about the people of New York if you're going to just not swallow your pride, I guess, at that point?
I mean, his whole argument is like, I care enough about him to give him the option to choose me, but like in all reality, he's not going to win. And the weird ass thing, and this is like the New York mayoral election couldn't be any more weird. Trump endorsed Cuomo.
Mm-hmm.
These people don't have the same politics at all. They don't have a lot in common. But there's lines forming based on better than the other guy for me. It's kind of interesting to watch. So I think you're right. I think, Amy, a lot of people will be watching the returns in that race and like some of the gubernatorial ones. But on a local level, there's not too much going on this time. Next year will be interesting, though.
It will, right. And you're talking about the governor's race and, of course, a lot of other big races that will come to pass for next year, 2026. The governor's race, I think, is really going to be interesting. So you've got Jerry Demings now, who's the Orange County mayor, who has committed to run for governor. You have David Jolly, who's a former Republican, now Democrat, who has said he is going to run for governor as a Democrat. You've got Byron Donalds, who's already been endorsed by President Trump, saying that he will run as a Republican. Jay Collins, who's the current lieutenant governor of Florida. Casey DeSantis, could she potentially throw her hat in the ring? There is some speculation about that. I personally I would be surprised if she did, but you never know. So there's, I don't know, it's going to be interesting. I think it's interesting how many young people are fascinated by socialism. And I do feel like a lot of it, and you guys have all seen the videos, right? There's all these videos where they walk up to people and they ask them, why would you vote for Mamdani? And most of them think that it's because they're going to get something for free.
Right.
And I think that with age comes wisdom, and you realize that nothing that the government gives you is free, right? That we all pay for everything that then comes back to us. So I'm not sure that young people quite have grasped that yet.
I think things fade over time. Like in the 80s and the 90s, it was very clear to people living at that time what could happen through communism or socialism and what real poverty and suffering looked like and how you wanted to avoid that at all costs. But then it's just like the thing that's been the most interesting for me to watch is time since 9/11 and how there's like generations of young kids now who don't know, they have no connection to 9/11. And by the way, why would they? It's as close to them as like some stuff that seems like very, very old to you, when you were born. And so the further people get away from these events, the less of an impact they have on them. And everything's expensive. For young people, it seems like an impossible dream to get a house. Cars are $50,000. They just want something different. And there's, this is what they're being drawn into, at least in New York City. Another thing I wanted to run by you here, Amy, this has been interesting to watch. And I've seen over the last month or so, it seems like national and international media outlets are trying to shape this thing like there's a rash of mystery deaths at Disney World.
Oh, gosh.
And they're chronicling like each of these incidents and going, oh, a fourth person has died in just 19 days. When you're watching this story over in the newsroom, how do you debate how far to go into this? Because to me, I think, do people not know how many people are at Disney World every day? Like, there's so many people at Disney World every day. The idea that some of them die is not really far-fetched. It's just kind of inevitable, unfortunately.
Right. Well, and as you guys know, majority of these, I think, if not all, have been suicide. We don't cover suicide. The only time that we would cover a suicide is if there were some risk to the general public. Say someone was about to do something that would perhaps injure other people, like somebody was trying to commit suicide by being a wrong way driver, or, you know, jumping off of a bridge into traffic, or something like that. And then sadly, yes, there would be a greater impact, right? But the reason we don't cover suicides is because we feel that it's a moral obligation on our part that if you give attention to it, it could therefore create more. It's kind of similar to what people say when there's a school shooting and they ask us not to say the shooter's name.
Right.
Because they don't want to glorify this person and then let them believe like, oh, I could become famous too by doing this, right?
Yeah.
So it's sort of a similar policy. So I see those stories and I, like a lot of times it's covered by what I would call more like tabloid publications. And I don't know, it's sad. I don't, honestly, I think that what happens is that, you know, they hear about one and then they maybe hear about another or a few more, but I don't know that there's really I don't think there's something crazy going on behind the scenes at Disney that's making people. I
think Sabrina brought up when these started to pop off, it was like, hey, remember when we got the rash of all of the airplane danger stories?
Beginning of this year, there was how many plane incidents? Some of them were really bad, but because there were a couple that were really bad, all of a sudden the ones that would normally not be on anybody's radar, the hot headline, like a single engine skidded off the runway and there was a small fire, but nobody was hurt. That all of a sudden started getting, well, let's throw that in there and let's make everybody afraid of airplanes.
Right, yeah, you're absolutely right. Yep.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is to me that it's mostly these, like you said, tabloid national outlets that glom onto this kind of stuff. But I agree with you, and it's really unfortunate. I don't think people understand just how much social contagion is active in society, how much watching somebody do something will lead to other people doing those things. And it is just one of those crazy truths that we don't talk about enough. But yeah, there's nothing, as far as I can see, weird going on there. It's just
and you bring up such a good point. And I think, Sean, how many times have we heard in these mass shootings that the mass shooter had a manifesto where they became fascinated with other mass shooters, right? They studied other, right? All the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost never a situation where it was like somebody who, hey, I didn't ever research any of this before. I've never been in, like, it's always somebody who obsesses over that kind of stuff. So you can see how it trickles out. Anyhow, it is fantastic to talk to you as per usual.
You guys.
You were funny. You were on point. Your delivery was fantastic. And, people absolutely
You've been doing this for a couple of years, haven't you?
Seems like yeah.
I was appreciative of all the help I received. Sabrina, thank you. You were awesome.
My pleasure.
Did they actually load the words into the teleprompter for you? Like, did they make it that official? Did they?
I did. Yes, I put it in the prompter.
So cool.
Yeah, I loaded it myself. See, I did a couple things on my own.
Was there anybody at the TV station that was like, "What the hell is going on here?"
We had to get the green light from Big Boss, and thank you
That's right.
to her.
And we did.
Given that,
I was very thankful.
Yeah, because I could see somebody like half paying attention in the newsroom, going, "Wait, what?
Talking about
What's happening?" All right, fine. Guess this is a thing we talk about around here now. There she goes, Amy Kaufeld from Fox.
Love you, Amy.
Really the best of the best, a class act, and one day maybe she gets roasted. Maybe the tables turned around here. We'll see.
Good. No, we'll have a 10-minute event. Yeah.
Nobody would be willing to
way.
say anything.
No, I have nothing to say.
I was sitting on the couch and I'm like, okay, I've got everybody's names down. I got a bunch of jokes collected about these people. I was like, I said to Courtney, I was like, what about Amy Caulfield? She's like, don't make any jokes about Amy
Don't
Caulfield.
you dare. Now, if we do a quiz show about Good Day Orlando, I feel like I would win the whole thing. Any sort of complete the answer. I know everything about that dang show, and I think everyone else should too.
Well, tune in every day with Amy K and the crew. GDO, if you're in town here locally, it's Good Day Orlando. Wake up with Fox 35, and they are the best of the best of the best. For anybody out there, follow Amy on social media. Amy Caulfield. That's what I want you to search for and follow along. She's an enjoyable, fantastic follow that keeps you up to date and plus keeps you grounded here on planet Earth, and we love her for that. So, Amy, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
And Sealand, I love your OTS. It looks really good.
That's right. See?
Look at that.
Yeah, now she's going to get busy back in the $40 million newsroom, okay? We've got one screen behind Sealand.
This is the recycle bin OTS.
All right, we're back in just a moment. We'll keep you up to date with everything happening with the election stuff. I want to talk about this situation in California where a hunter was missing for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, and this person has been found alive, and they're living to tell the tale. What happened? What went on? We're going to go over it together. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Peace, love, unity, respect. I would wear my knuckles down to a nub punching people in that place.
Oh, I thought it was just because you drag them.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
On the major roadways, you won't run into any trouble affecting your ride, although there are a couple accidents causing a bit of trouble. Northbound and southbound lanes are blocked on Conway Road at Lake Margaret Drive. Northbound and southbound lanes are blocked on Chuliota Road between Lake Pickett Road and Lake Mills Road. Look out for a crash getting cleared up on Research Parkway at Alafaya Trail. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
Rasmussen University is where passion meets education, offering over 60 career-focused programs ranging from nursing and early childhood education.
Hello, Amy K, everybody. Shouts out to Amy K. No exaggeration. I was sitting on the couch and I was like, what do we got for anything comes to mind for Amy K? Any jokes you could think, like, what could I go after with Amy K? And Courtney's like, no. Nope. Don't do it. So I didn't. I avoided the Amy K roast. Hey to everybody. Hello, welcome in. Hit that like on the stream if you don't mind. Hit that like. Hey, Kevin. How are you, friend? Welcome into the show. Get a couple of things in order here. Hang on.
Going to nursing school can change your life, but that doesn't mean it's easy. You have commitments, family, a job.
Hey, Seal on up. Sealer on up. Hey, Sealer on up. Hey, AJ Soup. The lovely AJ Soup. Fantastic AJ Soup. Top Twitcher AJ Soup, some say. I've heard it. I've heard it in different quarters. I heard the buzz around the roast event. Did you see AJ Soup? Her outfit is fantastic. Did you see her? Top notch. Hey there, Maya. She is pretty dope, huh? One sec. Okay. All guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired. A lot of AJ Soup love. I love to see that in chat. I was talking earlier. Let me grab this here. Hang on. About that that sweep that people were looking for. Hold on.
Big down payments. Thousands down. We interviewed.
Here it is.
Tell us what happened, ma'am.
So one of the bets you can do on Kalshi, which if you don't know, Kalshi, K-A-L-S-H-I, is a place where you can bet on news and real world happenings. And they're looking to see if the progressive mayors will sweep this year. So you have Michelle Wu in Boston, Zohran Mamdani in New York City, Katie Wilson in Seattle, and Omar Fateh in Minneapolis. And if those four win, it's supposed to show that in those cities, at least, nobody has really moderated in New York, Seattle, Boston from the last election. That's what it's supposed to show. I don't know if it really shows that. I think it just shows you amongst the candidates available, this is what people are going for. But that is one of the big bets that people are putting money on. I think Amy Kay's spot on. I think it's like, a lot of this stuff is like, bleh, no one cares that much. And then you got the New York City mayor race that will draw in the most attention. 2 minutes and we're coming back live. Four Republican states are trying to redistrict in the middle of a decade, but we should be worried about California. Are you not worried about California then, Buzz? Buzz, do you think that California should approve the redistricting thing midterm? I'll wait for your yes on that. Do you think that California should approve it? I'm waiting for your yes.
Allergies or sinus issues ruin your holidays. Aspire can have you breathing easy in no time. Visit Aspire Allergy.
They're all left of candidate Harris. It would show a deepening divide. I think the divide's already there. I mean, let's just be real. I said it earlier. If you look at the polling data on Democrats in particular, there's not a lot of movement there. They're very much against Trump, right? As are independents. Democrats are like 80% for socialism over capitalism, right? How do you work with that? Independents are also majority in support for socialism over capitalism. And then the rest is just Republicans where it's like 80% of them support capitalism. That's a pretty big divide if you ask me, right? That's a pretty big deal. Buzz, where are you? Prop 50 says they will only redistrict if Texas and other states do so. Yes, I think they should support that. That's horseshit. That's not what Prop 50 says. Prop 50 says despite what the voters approved in the previous election, that they're going to redistrict an already redistricted area. You're either for this stuff or you're against it. It's a hypocritical point. It's going to pass, though. It doesn't matter. That is not even going to be close. California dreaming. That is going to be like... It's going to sail through, baby. There's no stopping it. Everybody's redistricting.
There are blessings that will happen
even me.
Unexpected places.
Redistricting around here.
Search the Good Stuff podcast.
This particular district is mine. All right, we'll come back.
In the most unexpected places.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search the Good Stuff podcast, and listen now.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. CHECK. That's check. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
No one's really sure what all C-Lane's buttons actually do. This is the news.
Amy Caulfield about the roast event. She's so classy. I wasn't kidding. I swear to God, that's absolutely a true story that I was sitting on the couch putting together the roast, and as I'm sitting on the couch putting together the roast. Courtney goes, no, don't do that. I'm like, well, Amy Caulfield's going to have a thing. I should probably say something back. And it's like, no, not necessarily her, because she is really just that nice of a person. But somehow she turned it around. It was funny. And she was great over there at the roast event. You'll be able to see that before too long. I know the footage is being worked on right now. And then Forrest will get to editing. I'm going to go over this. I've got all kinds of stuff worked up for intros and outros and on-screen graphics. It's going to be awesome. I do not know the timeline on that, unfortunately, but hopefully it won't take an incredibly long time.
Coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon, question mark. No, it is coming soon. So, yes, coming soon. That will be available along with some other features over on the website. Let's talk about this guy, 65 years old. And he was missing in a California forest for 3 weeks. All right? 3 weeks out there in the forest. And then he was found alive, which I would imagine there was a lot of people, including his family members, that probably thought he was dead at that point.
After 3 weeks? Yeah.
3 weeks is, I don't know what the stats
search and
are.
Rescue?
I don't know. Let's see. It says a 65-year-old man from Fresno County who had been missing in the snow-capped mountains of the Sierra National Forest for 3 weeks was found alive. He was on a solo hunting trip with the intention of coming back the same day. Now he's speaking out about his affair. He was 3 weeks alone by himself in the forest. Let's see what he said.
So overwhelmed with emotion, we couldn't stop crying. So we're trying to stop now. He's home. He's safe. He
looks all right.
So we're just grateful.
After nearly...
I got to be honest. This guy, for 3 weeks, lost in the woods.
Weight.
He's skinnier, but he looks pretty good still. He looks, maybe he had all the skills.
Or is he like, maybe not all there?
Oh, I think he could talk. He just hasn't said anything here. Let's see if they say any more in the interview.
He's safe. He's pretty healthy. So we're just grateful.
After nearly 20 days of worry and frantic searching, Ron Daly, that missing Selma hunter, is back home with his loved ones. Tonight, for the first time, we hear from Daly himself and his daughter. Fox 26 News reporter Myra Franco spoke with them earlier today and has more on his survival story. And what a story it is, Myra.
Jeez, man. I mean, a weekend, I'd be like, what am I supposed to do?
Thank God he's a hunter.
Yeah, and maybe he still had his gun out there, so he was able to find and kill some stuff. I want to hear from him. I'm fast forwarding here through the interview to hear from this guy who was in the wilderness for 3 weeks. And some of you saying this was some sort of scam on his part. Man Kicking on Twitch says he wasn't lost. He just didn't want to go home. Well, let's judge. Let's see what he sounds like.
Thank you for saving my life. Now I get to see my wife and kids and grandkids again.
Tears and a whole lot of gratitude mark the reunion of the Daly family of Selma after more than 20 days apart. Ron Daly describes the relief and rush of emotion he felt after finally making contact with someone near the Swamp Lake Trail in the Sierra National Forest.
I walked out Saturday morning and I got exhausted and I'm sitting down on the bank and I told the Lord, I go, Lord, I got to either start a fire right now because it's going to get dark here in an hour, or you got to bring a vehicle up here. And God told me, goes, look up. And I looked up and there's a Suburban in front of me with headlights on. And this guy's looking at me with binoculars and another guy starts yelling my name and I'm going, who's this guy? I don't know this guy.
Oh, so these people knew that he was missing. They knew that the guy, the 65-year-old Ron Daly, had been out there in the woods. He's crediting God. He's crediting God for this happening, which, I mean, seems strange. They waited 3 weeks to give you the sign here, but I guess he's still happy about that. And he's alive, and he doesn't look too bad overall.
But they come driving up there, and they got out and started hugging me. Ron, are you okay? I go, yeah, I'm okay. I'm alive. Now I'm really okay because you guys just saved my life.
That day, Daly says he walked for about 8 hours, determined to find a way out after a night of prayer.
And I told him, look, Lord, I go, you either got to walk out of here, or I'm going to stay here and die. I go, you got to tell me what to do.
That led him straight on the path to see his family again.
And the first time you saw your family in the hospital, tell me what process
was it like,
through your mind? Did you ever think you were going to see them again?
I had my doubts. I really did.
Yeah, I probably would too after 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I'm going to see anybody ever again.
I think
here.
this is all great, and I prayers are very important, and thank you, Jesus, for leading him back. But is there any advice you would have for people that may find themselves like, what did he wish he had? Compass?
More God. More
Okay.
God. If he had more
Flare
God,
gun?
then he would be able to get to the destination sooner. It seems to me like he finally said enough's enough. I'm going to start walking. I don't know why he didn't do that on like day 2, though. I would say, all right,
Why
where
go
am
that
I?
far out? On
Well,
your own.
I'd try to figure out where I was. I could do that by the sun and the moon and stuff. I think I'm able to do that.
Actually, just saw something. Put a stick in the ground,
Yeah.
and you wherever the shadow is, put a rock.
All right.
15 to 30 minutes later, hopefully you have a watch. See where the shadow is, and then get in between those 2 rocks, and that's east and west.
Okay. I mean, if that's right, this seems easy enough. I don't have to build a fire or anything. All I have to do.
Well, it depends on what time you do this. You can't do it at nighttime.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I mean, I'll find my way out, I think. I don't know. He probably would have said the same thing. And he's a hunter, too. So there you go.
I would
What
have
you
a cell
done?
phone on me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he had a phone, right?
Not one with GPS.
Yeah, it says
Satellite phone.
After nearly 20 days of worry and frantic searching, Ron Daly, the missing
I don't
Selma
know. I'm
hunter,
starting
is
to
back.
believe Man Kicking or whoever in the chat was like, this guy wanted to break.
He wanted out of here.
20 days?
I asked Jesus after the first 2 days, just give me 2 more weeks.
You go for a solo hunting trip where he had planned on coming back the same day. First of all, if a hunter wants to chime in and tell me what you plan on, what is the yield on a typical solo hunting trip that lasts less than a day? Are you
It's a
getting
good yield.
Getting a couple quail?
Couple quail, yeah.
Duck. I know you're not dragging a deer out of the woods by yourself, are you? Maybe you are.
No, deer's too heavy to get one by yourself, I would think.
Exactly. So, how far are you going? I mean, it only took you less than a day to get that lost.
They're saying on chat when you're lost, you're supposed to stay put. I thought that was for like a little kid in a grocery store or something, though, not like an adult human.
I mean,
out
if
in
you
the
get
wilderness.
lost, stay put, but going into a place you've never been before, I get some markers, not breadcrumbs, but some flags.
I'm going to be safe and just not go out there to begin with. That's going to be the best option for me, I think. But we welcome him back into the fold. Congratulations. He's alive. He's well. And he credits God with all of this. Tell us what you think. Send us a dispatch over on thenewsjunkie.com.
Not that I want to rag on the guy, but I don't have any hunting experience. So if I were to go hunting, there's no way in hell I wouldn't have my cell phone on me.
Yeah, but what if you don't have reception in the middle of a forest?
You can still have GPS.
Yeah, you
with
still
the
got
new
the
phone, you got the new phone.
like the new Apple phones would still do it, I think.
Well, the
All
new
right,
Apple, that's different.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll do the next episode. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? One half of the Ends With Us has ended, lawsuit style. And Blake reportedly very lively. One of the staples of family-friendly television is being called no longer suitable for family and not friendly. Funsuckers pursue. Plus, people's sexiest man alive is... All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Tuesday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And after a cool start to our morning, we're going to be expecting a beautiful afternoon with plenty of sunshine. We'll stay nice and dry with a high of around 80 degrees, which will only be about a degree or two below normal in Orlando. As we head into tonight, temperatures won't be quite as chilly. We'll see lows dip down into the low and middle 60s before we see temperatures warm up just in time for the end of the week with highs approaching the mid 80s for Friday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are...
Hello! Look at you! You look fantastic. We have 3 minutes, and then we're coming back live on the show.
It's the thrill of the win. Lining up all the facts. So the truth
New camera coming today. Oh my. I've got some audio pass-throughs here. Oh, the excitement is palpable.
Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations: Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at Corona.
A Chick-fil-A in Georgia has Christmas lights up already? Yikes. Actually, I feel like even if you had a person, you always have to have some sort of road vehicle to get the deer out. And was this guy near a state or national park? There's no hunting allowed. Man kicking might be right. Sean, how do you think your listeners would fare lost in the woods? Let me be absolutely clear. Everybody in this chat wouldn't last a day. You would die. 24 hours in the woods, you're dead. I just know it. Sean's going to start dressing like a late night host? I'm probably going to wear the same stuff. I just want a better shot than... Like the shot I have is one clip up from kicking your phone on and getting that angle underneath your chin. AJ Soup says I can last at least 2 days. 3 weeks though. Right? 3 weeks. Wrong? No, I don't think so. You in particular. You ain't lasting out there. You people are, let me guess, 90% of you plus are in the comfortable AC right now. Nobody has access to any kind of like knives or multi-tools. Not one of you. Not a multi-tool among you right now. I'm actually in a forest in a tree? No. Or you are a forest tree. Eagle Scout and 59-year-old country boy? I'm not going in the woods. Yeah, a lot of you are doing the same thing I am. Like, I am going to solve this problem by not going into the woods, even for a night. That's going to be the best bet. I would recommend you do it, or not do it, as it were. Here we go. Ow! Come back.
Own Hero. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
Your radio just got a digital upgrade.
With the free iHeartRadio app, you can save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts.
With easy presets.
It's your personal audio passport. Get what millions already have.
The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Because therapy's expensive, and we have microphones. This is the news.
Happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Thanks for being with us. It is an election day, not a huge one, but we'll keep our eyes on that and all the drama around it and the results and anything else that happens throughout the day today. We'll get to you and your feedback here momentarily on the show. I got some absolutely banger clips to go over at the top of the hour here. So we have a lot to get to on a very busy Share the Show Tuesday. Right now, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
God, look at that sweet Latin booty.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguydon.com, and of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. Looking to refinance, buy your first dream home. Perhaps you have a small business administration loan. And if it's a high fixed rate, how about getting it to a low fixed rate with That Mortgage Guy Don? He's got your back. even if you're looking to start your very first business or franchise. Get the process started today by going to thatmortgaguydawn.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgaguydawn.com.
'Twas a mere 62 years ago on this day, 1963, this group right here. Whisper words of wisdom.
The Beatles.
The Beatles.
The Beatles is right. They played the Royal Command performance in 1963 in front of British royalty in London, and this is the show, Should You Have Forgotten, where John Lennon said, and I quote, "Imagine, will people with the cheaper seats clap your hands? Oh, the rest of you could just rattle your jewelry." Because they're rich or something like that.
Oh.
You got them.
I thought I was going to guess that this is the time you said the Beatles were bigger than Jesus.
That was just a couple months ago, but all in the same year. John Lennon, just so much controversy, and then Yoko came into play. Now, in present day, we've got the sexiest man alive. Sorry, gentlemen, you've been passed up yet another year.
Once more.
I'm used to it at this point.
But thank God Jimmy Fallon was there to announce people's sexiest man alive. And it is, did you see it already?
I have not.
Yeah, I saw it. I don't really know the guy that well.
Not familiar at all. Jonathan Bailey.
Jonathan Bailey.
From Wicked.
Man, I don't even know if he's in the first Wicked, is he? I think he might just be in the second one.
Yeah, Fierro.
This guy?
Fierro?
I mean, he just looks
also
like a
in
lot
Bridgerton.
of people to me, I guess. I don't know him from anything that I've seen.
But they got that perfect ocean shot, which is nice, of People magazine. He's also in Jurassic World Rebirth. He told people...
Oh, okay, I've seen that, yeah.
I don't remember him at all.
He looks a little familiar. I am kind of seeing...
Something?
Yeah.
The sexiness. It's a huge honor. Obviously, I'm incredibly flattered. It's completely absurd. It's been a secret, so I'm quite excited for some friends and family to find out. He also said his first crush was probably Prince Eric from The Little Mermaid. That's right. He gay.
Speaking of Fierro, I think Ashley
Guy
was shown. No, Fierro is his character in Wicked. Whoever is playing Fierro on Broadway just ran the New York City Marathon, and then when he got done, went to the theater and performed 2 shows.
That's
Jesus,
enough.
man!
That's enough. Chill out.
What a show off!
Yeah, big
Yikes.
time. Anyways, we now have 1 million moms back into play. It's been a couple months, maybe a few weeks since we heard from 1 million moms, but they have a new target, and that target is Wheel of Fortune.
Okay, what did they do this time?
Well,
is it woke Wheel of
super,
Fortune now?
Super bad. Just it's naughty. It's nasty. Not family friendly. Petition has been launched, and while I'm sharing the news as to what's making those 1 million moms mad, please look up where we're at with the signatures. 1 million moms is urging the producers of Wheel of Fortune to return the show to its family-friendly roots because, brace yourselves, earlier this year, they started using the phrase, "What the fun?"
Okay.
And it sounds like something else, remember? The group says, unfortunately, the recently added puzzle category, What the Fun, aims at a mature, modern audience with insinuated profanity, making it no longer suitable for family viewing.
Well, Pat Sajak would never.
Never. Also, we've been saying what the frick for many, many years.
11,929 signers.
So it has not moved. I was about to say nearly 12,000, and that was last night.
I don't think the average person cares about that. That's not
one bit. But that's all you got? 1 million moms? Nothing else?
Playing with the WTF and then making it not. They're taking it and making it not offensive. Actually,
1 million moms has definitely never heard of Tijuana Flats. It's
not one bit.
It's a big rock out with your guac out right there on the wall.
Watch your mouth.
More like What the Fun suckers, and they continue to be number one in that 1 million moms. We have some updates on what I thought was going to be our next celebrity, let's watch every second of it courtroom case. The last one being Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. And I thought maybe it ends with us, with Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni and that giant back and forth lawsuit. But I've got some news. It is
dead.
So dead. But at least one half. Blake Lively is still going to be suing Justin. The $400 million lawsuit against Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds officially dead after the actor declined to file an amended complaint.
Yeah, there's something interesting here that we should talk about with Moses, that people in the media have no idea how lawsuits work, so they don't know how to report them. And then it feels like Blake Lively's people push stuff out to these platforms because there's nothing.
Lawsuit's still alive.
Yeah, but his lawsuit, the judge did an expedited, not a verdict, but he basically did an expedited rundown on the case he had. And then he said he was going to dismiss it. And then he said, you can file an amended complaint, but they don't want to file an amended complaint.
Yep.
They want to appeal the actual ruling of the case. So you don't file the amended complaint. So you're not like missing a filing and giving up on the case.
It was refiling their claims against Lively for breach of implied covenant and
tortious interference.
Tortious? Okay.
Yeah, tortious interference.
With contract, they stated he subsequently, they being the judge, subsequently contacted all parties in mid-October to warn them that he would be entering a final judgment to conclude the case, but only received a response from Blake Lively. And here's 4 more pages that I don't have time to read. We'll see.
Yeah, it's mostly people not understanding how that works, because that's, once the judge does that, then you just go, okay, we'll appeal it. And then you move on to the next level, I guess.
Move on to this, because we've got a new hotel in town. Not really our town, depends on where you're listening from, but they are taking reservations.
I'm begging of you, please.
To Songteller. Yeah, her new hotel in Nashville, Songteller Hotel. They announced that her long-awaited Songteller Hotel in downtown Nashville officially opened for reservations.
Songteller?
Is celebrity hotels a thing?
I feel like she's walking so everyone else can run, because I can't think of other celebrity completely backed hotels. Can you?
I could think of
started it.
There's themed hotels which have had their varying degrees of success. There's hotels with celebrity chef restaurants or just celebrity themed restaurants. But
it's not very big. It's not. It looks like a nice enough hotel. It's not very
Who's
huge.
the POW guy?
The chef. Is that his name?
Are you talking about Emerald?
Yeah.
Bam.
Oh, Bam. Sorry.
Bam.
Sorry. My bad.
POW is a comic book panel.
Okay.
That's what
that would be a themed restaurant.
So 245-room hotel that will be a tribute to Dolly's life and music. It will feature colorful decor, butterfly chandeliers, a purple guitar floor. What does that mean? A floor full of guitars, or a purple floor that has a couple of guitars on it? And lyrics on the walls, basically Dolly's dreamscape. And on the 3rd floor, fans can step inside Dolly's Life of Many Colors Museum, which is 20,000 square feet exhibit that celebrates her journey from the Smoky Mountains to becoming the queen of country. Hey, yeah.
Well, that's fun. That's
They also include 2 live music venues called Jolene's and Parton's Live. So very exciting. Get your reservations in now. On the Bib Tube, we've got the Dancing with the Stars, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame night, Coast to Coast Tuesday, first season finale of The Lowdown, the series premiere of All's Fair on Hulu, Squid Game, The Challenge, 2nd season. It's going to be on Netflix. And you can catch Josh Brolin and Lord Haroon on Kimmel. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber. Most importantly, stay with me, America, yo.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. I don't know, but I feel like in my gut, there's a chance that if you were to book one of the early nights at this hotel, that would be when you have some surprise performance in one of those places, like Jolene's Lounge or something.
I mean, those reservations have to be gone. There's no way you can do it right now.
Because
They
it's a
don't even
roll
have
of the dice.
opening.
Yeah, you got a roll of the dice. You go, I'm going to get first night that this place is open. Dolly Parton's got to be there. She's got to be there. And then she'll play in the Jolene's Lounge. And that would be cool. That would be absolutely worth it to see something like that. All right, we'll see what you think about all of this and more. Of some info coming in. A source confirming to Reuters that there was a threat called in against a United Airlines flight at DCA. And in abundance of caution, the flight was evacuated and the plane is being checked. So we had those emails sent to the polling locations as threats on Election Day. And now a United flight, DCA, has been evacuated because there was a threat against this. So there are like some threats that are popping around. DCA is a Washington, D.C. airport. And just in case you don't know, Reagan Airport. And they've issued a ground stop there. So far, it doesn't look like there's any real issues, but worth keeping an eye on as we follow all the stuff that's happening on today. When we come back, a woman who didn't learn from that documentary about the lady who was really pissed off about her fun-having kid neighbors. This woman said, I think I, too, can scream, get off
she
my
got
lawn
inspired.
style. Maybe she did. Maybe it's like Amy was talking earlier. She saw it. She was like, I can do that too. All I got to do is yell at some kids. Here we go. This woman, you'll hear her outburst and learn what happened to her afterwards. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The roads are wide open on most of the major roadways. You won't be running into any trouble affecting your drive, although we still got a couple of accidents that might be causing you trouble here on Conway Road at Lake Margaret Drive. Northbound and southbound lanes are blocked. Use Severin Boulevard or Orange Avenue as an alternate route. Look out for police activity still on the roadways on Chaluta Road between Lake Pickett Road and Lake Mills Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
If you own a business, do I have great news for you? Did you know that Mortgage Guy Don also does commercial and small business administration loans? So if you have an existing SBA loan with a rate of 9% or more, you are in luck. That Mortgage Guy Don can refinance your qualified high-interest SBA loan to a low fixed rate of 8.25%. Don't leave money on the table. Work with that Mortgage Guy Don. Get that money off the table and back in your business hands. And if you're looking to buy a business or a franchise, that Mortgage Guy Don has your back and has over 50 sources for your SBA and business loans of all sizes. So get the process started today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Going to nursing school can change your life, but that doesn't mean it's easy. You have commitments, family, a job. At Galen College of Nursing, we understand that, which is why we provide one-to-one tutoring support and a
Hello, School Mic activated. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. A fantastic clip on the way. Some sparks will fly. We'll see how you feel about it. I mean, that's kind of just the show. But that is coming up in just a couple minutes here. Now, sometimes I honestly wonder if Dolly Parton can remember all of the business ventures that she's involved in. That woman is everywhere. Her Dolly Parton tentacles are running far and wide in the entertainment industry. Very, very impressive. This part.
What I want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000.
Dolly Parton also managed to stay smart and not get politically involved, right? Especially in 2025. Dolly Parton's like, get that stuff out of here. I have seen a lot of other actresses now start to question whether or not they should be doing this. I can understand in the Hollywood bubble where you never meet anybody who disagrees with you. And you're like, everybody likes Mamdani and like all these left-wing things. Like, you're like, I've never met anybody who ever voted for Trump. You're like, well, obviously, I can get these politics out there and it won't be divisive. Even Jennifer Lawrence, who's on her press tour right now, has been coming out and saying, like, I don't think I want to get involved in politics anymore. And here's what she said, and she's right about this. Jennifer Lawrence says, I don't think me telling everybody who I vote for or what my politics are is going to change anything. And I think she's right.
You can depend on Florida farmers. We're your neighbors. Our farm is where we live and work. It's where we raise our families and provide.
3 minutes and we're back live.
When you
Smart
see the
move.
logo in the store, you know that our name is on it because we.
Sean was wrong last time. I have a Leatherman tool that I wear all the time. Show it to me, Jeffrey.
Choose fresh from Florida.
If you have a Leatherman tool, I want you to photo dispatch it, video dispatch. I don't want you to steal a picture from somewhere. Video dispatch me your Leatherman on thenewsjunkie.com right now, and I will give you credit as the sole survivalist in chat.
Sponsored by Adult Medicine of Lake County, Hillcrest Insurance, and the City of Mount Dora. For more information, cityofmountdora.com.
Kevin says, I do not want to hear about politics anymore. Good luck. Good luck with that.
This is Dr. Carlson. I want to introduce you to a product that we have made called Owl. It's a nicotine pouch.
We're in a bad spot.
Love nicotine pouches.
We literally have people dug into trenches. No one is interested in opening their mind or changing their mind. So my best path forward is I try to hit the important stuff. I try to focus on the viral news stories whenever possible. I try to just be real with you. But there's a bad smell in the air. Pick with you in your magic underwear? I would like to see some magic underwear too, if there's Mormons out there.
The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty.
Abraham Dragonfred says, if it's not going to add something positive to the noise, then why do it? Especially for somebody who is an actor. I think really just focusing on your craft and doing your thing. I know it sounds like shut up and dribble, but sometimes that's the best bet. Like, the biggest problem is a lot of these people don't really know that much about this stuff. So when they do interject themselves and then somebody combats what they're saying, they're not going to sound so smart. That's not good. 90 seconds, folks. Mushrooms changed my mind. Wasson, if I don't get chatter of the day, I'm going to lose you in the woods? Yikes! I do not negotiate with terrorists. But I will take this under consideration. No, I can't negotiate with terrorists. I can't. We're coming back, everybody. This clip is fantastic. Let's get into it together. Here we go.
Self and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reeswindows.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Cash. C-A-S-H. That's cash. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
A safe haven of sorts for all of the 95 percenters. This is
Make it through a Share the Show Tuesday. And I said, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And look at you. You're doing it right now along with us. Share the show on a Share the Show Tuesday. Just spread the word about the News Junkie radio show. Go over and check out the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Oh, this clip has a lot. It has a lot to give to us. And it's led to a bunch of stories about this 61-year-old woman. She's from Pinecrest, Florida, which I think is in like Miami-Dade or something.
Yes.
And this lady was arrested after this went viral. It was on Only in Dade and a bunch of other platforms. And online records show that the 61-year-old is Sylvia Carmen Perez. And I got to tell you, this is one of the symptoms of the disease that is rampant in our country right now. It's when people go, hey, here's a thing that I'm offended by, or that I find to be like a slight against me. I find it to be disrespectful. And they're so unbelievably, insanely wrong. And then they just double, triple, quadruple down. Like, that's America right now. That's what's happening in America right now. No one cares about the truth. Everybody's doubled and tripled down in their dumb silos and their dumb teams. Frustrating as hell for me to watch. Don't know how I can fix it to make it better. Don't really think I can. So I want to watch some clips. And this lady, they're calling her Crazy Miami Karen. And she was arrested after this. Let's get some of the audio here. It sounds a little weird at first, but just let it sink in and you'll understand what's going on in the scene.
Look at this. This is a kid. Yeah.
There's two ladies who are in their vehicle, and they keep saying that the kids are in the middle of the street, and the kids are saying, no, you're on the bike path.
I mean,
the kids are right.
Without hearing much of the audio, I could see the car is on the bike path.
Yeah, I can see very clearly that the car is on the bike path. This is not big enough to be a lane. This lady is definitely on the bike path. The kids are right about it.
Bro.
It's not right street, and you know it.
Yeah,
it's too big to let them
look, it's a bike. It's a bike path.
No, it's not a bike path.
It's a bike path.
Street, and you know it. Don't lie, because I got you on video. I got you on video. So you were in the street.
Can't do that.
Try to hit me.
Now the cops have pulled up.
Now you can definitely see.
Yeah, that's not a street. It's like the path, folks, is the size, like the width of a golf cart. It's not big. It's not big enough for a car. And this dumb lady has pulled her vehicle on there.
So she's just driving by, seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
And
she got into it with these kids on the bikes, and the kids were like, hey, why are you on the bike path? And the lady's like, you're on the road. Get out of the road. And this Miami Karen lady just went, nuts on these kids. It's got it all. It's got old versus young, bikes versus cars. It's really delivering on a lot of fronts here. But she's 1,000% wrong. She was on the bike path.
She just tried to hit me.
The cops have arrived to determine what's going on here.
It's a very little kid, too.
There's another kid that pulled up on a bike, and she's yelling at him now.
No, that's a little kid.
That's a little kid.
Yes.
Well, you just tried to hit me.
Oh, my God, lady. She's now in concurrent arguments with about 6 people. She's got about 6 people she's fighting with.
Could have been avoided.
Fathers, kids, absolutely everybody. And this old Hispanic lady. She's just screaming at them nonstop. Yeah, it sounds like it. She had a longer El Dia when she was booked into the Guilford Night Correctional Center at 5:50 in the morning after this thing went viral. They went and, I guess, scooped her up, which is weird because there were cops here on the scene, I think.
You tried to hit me. Get her license plate.
Get her license plate. Look at the kids go.
But the cop's there, right?
Yeah, there is a cop car there, I think. The lights were flashing on one of these vehicles. You don't touch a kid, the father said.
You don't try to hit a kid.
They go back and forth like this. So eventually, this woman said you were in the effing street, and you know it. But the problem was, if you may have noticed, she grabbed one of the victim's cell phones, raised it over her head, and threatened to throw it in the canal. You can't touch people, dude. You can't. You can't do that. You can't take somebody's cell phone and knock it out of their hand or whatever. All the people who do this, you are going to get in trouble if they press charges against you. You have to learn what the laws are and stop being stupid, because that's really the root of all of this for the crazy Miami Karen lady who just didn't know what a bicycle path was. It's like a road, but it's a little thinner. It's a little thinner than the average road out there.
I don't know, depends. Some of these bike paths that I've seen lately, not that I've been on a bike, I just have seen that they build some bigger ones these days.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have confused this with a street. I don't think. If you were out there. She drove her car on it, and then I think she felt like an idiot, like so many of these people do, and you're just like, nope, double down, triple down, quadruple down, over and over and over again. I'm right on this, and that's it seems what this woman was doing. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. I saw somebody send in a story that was getting some attention that said ChatGPT will no longer provide health or legal advice, but I tried it almost immediately, and it still does all the same stuff that it did. Like, when you're asking for legal or health advice from ChatGPT, it always specifically says to you, I'm not a doctor.
Right.
You shouldn't take my suggestions.
But here's what I found on the internet.
But here's the best information I could gather on the question that you asked. And please don't do anything unless you talk with your doctor first. As far as I can see, it still works exactly that way. I didn't see anything different. This person says, what has changed? OpenAI has reaffirmed that ChatGPT and related models are not permitted to provide professional, personalized advice in certain areas like health, legal, or financial topics. Health, medical, you can't do any diagnosis, treatment plans. Yeah, but it had that before. Legal, ChatGPT cannot interpret laws, draft legal documents, or advise on legal cases, but it can explain laws, legal systems, or terminology.
Did you have ChatGPT draft a legal document recently?
Yeah, it can, unless it changes it today. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. ChatGPT. Make me a legal document that will allow people to sign a deal. Okay, here we go. There. Let's see. Now, will it allow me to do it? It says, got it. Before I can generate the legal document, can you clarify what kind of deal you want? And then let's say 2. Yeah, it's willing to do it. It's still willing to do it. See, I don't think there's been this change that people are saying, or hasn't rolled through. Like, here's
how would you announce the change before it's even? That's weird.
Doesn't make any sense to me. But that's the suggestion on this that was a tweet that was going viral, is that also financial answers are no longer allowed. No personalized investment or tax advice. It can share general financial literacy and public economic data. I see it still doing all the same stuff. What's allowed: summarizing public information for trusted sources, providing educational content and neutral explanations, and helping users find credible sources or professionals. In a way, I think this is good. I don't want ChatGPT getting too deep in the world of medical advice. I think you should be able to do all the research in the world, but I don't think it should be like advising you on medical advice or like veterinary advice, because I don't want people making dumb decisions based on what an AI told them. That's not a great thing, honestly. But we'll see if you've encountered this. Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. All right, let's see what we have. John is sending in a dispatch. He says, why the New York City mayor race matters. Okay, let's see what John says.
You know, Sean, you keep saying that why do Floridians keep caring about who becomes mayor in New York City? And the reason is we got to deal with the fallout of that, because once everything goes, to S, yeah, you're going to have a bunch of New Yorkers fleeing. And quite frankly, we don't want that being brought to us.
Hold on. I don't want to talk out of my ass here, so let me bring this up. I saw a poll where people were saying that if Mom Donnie won, that they would leave New York. And I think they said it was like an 1/8 of people or a 1/10 of people that said that if he won, they would leave. They didn't say where they would go to in particular.
I heard it very briefly, but I know Florida has been added to some sort of headline that it would be a flee to Florida.
Just before New York City's mayoral election, a new poll shocks the city. If Mamdani wins, 9% of New Yorkers say they'll definitely leave, and another 25% might follow. Could this spark the biggest exodus in U.S. history? This says. I question a little bit of that because I said this on School Mike earlier. I was like, when you go back to any election ever, there's so many people that are like, if this person wins, I'm leaving the country. If you take all of those people and write all their names down, only a tiny fraction of them actually end up leaving. Will it be different in New York? It might be. I'll tell you, if you're somebody who makes $250,000, $500,000 or more in New York City in particular, you know damn well you pay a lot in taxes. You pay the lion's share of taxes, you and everybody above you. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. If you're a landlord in New York City, it's going to be more difficult to raise rents or collect more money or do anything like that. If you're a business, it's going to get more expensive to operate in New York City. People, businesses, all these things will have to weigh whether that's worth it for them or not. And I only know that the polling data says like 9% are saying they'll definitely leave. Where would they go? New Yorkers tend to go to Florida, but I think a lot have been going to Texas and New Mexico and other states as of late. If you're in New York and you got thoughts on this, let us know. Send us a dispatch or an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's see what we got here. I did see some people were upset about the ballots in New York City. Here's the thing. If you look at the New York City general election ballots for today, you see the people who are running for office, their names are on there multiple times. For instance, the Mamdani guy, his name is on here one time, 2 times on the voting form. So is Curtis Sliwa. His name is on there twice. But the way they do this is the parties, in this case, the Republican Party nominates Curtis Sliwa. The Democratic Party nominates Mamdani. But working families also nominated Mamdani. And something called Protect Animals Party nominated Sliwa. So he's on there twice. Eric Adams, who's not, he's dropped out of the race. He's not even in the race, and he's on the ballot here. Andrew Cuomo, and then there's a lot of other people. Like there's a lot of other people.
Ballot's so interesting looking.
It's a little weird, but
it's confusing.
It does say above it. It says above it, like here's this big part here at the top. For those of you watching on YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie, this is the mayor section. The mayoral section is the one on top with all these people running. Their names do appear twice. It does say select one, right? It says mayor, vote for one, and then you would bubble it in. Will people go, well, I want Mamdani and I'm not reading that, so I'm going to bubble it in twice? Maybe. I don't know. But these are all the different parties. Democrat, Republican, Conservative, Working Families, Protect Animals, Safe and Affordable Party, Integrity Party, Fight and Deliver Party, and the Quality of Life Party. So there's a bunch of parties you've never heard of that are involved in this whole thing.
I didn't know Cuomo was only on the ballot for the Quality of Life or Fight and Deliver Party.
Yeah, because he got beat in the primary, I believe, yeah. Right? Yeah, he got tossed out in that one. So there was some concerns over the names appearing multiple times on the ballot. We'll see if you have any thoughts on that as well. Send those over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, we will take a quick break. When we come back, there is a story about the LAPD that's popping off out there that we need to get into. And a teacher, this will be the thing we get into immediately when we come back. A teacher has been fired over one word, fired on the spot for one word, she said. Try to think of it in your head right now. I don't think you're going to get this one. The one word that got this teacher fired on the spot, that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
That's not the point of the argument.
But
like
it is.
No,
it
no.
is because of tips.
No. She's got a Ferrari, right? Let's say that, but it's got a Datsun engine in it.
Hello. Dallas Boulevard. Traffic's using the shoulder to get by there. All lanes are blocked on
All right.
Conway Road, northbound and southbound
Chat.
at Margaret Drive, use Severn Boulevard or
Who among
Drive,
you-
alternate route. We got police activity.
Who among you is hailfire on the dispatches?
And Lake Mills Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866.
Who among you is hailfire on the dispatches side on the newsjunkie.com?
This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
Did the teacher get fired because of the hard R?
Our grief is unique.
Starts with a hard R or ends with a hard R? I'm going to need clarification.
At MAD, call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP.
It's Kurt.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here.
I'm Chaos on dispatch.
Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always
It's not Kurt.
Carrier equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275.
Whoever that is, I have to give credit to you in the survival debate because you do appear to have a multi-tool. Somebody sent that in and they do have a multi-tool. Excuse me. If you're giving money out, it's me. No, this is not for money. This is just for credit in chat that you would be a better survivalist than everybody else. Hailfire. It's in the submitted dispatches. It's a very impressive multi-tool. I took a look at your tool, and I was impressed. All right, a couple of minutes and we're coming back, and we'll talk about this teacher that got fired over one word. One word, all right? Raise hail, praise Dale. True. It's me. Can I get a magnet? Yes, no. Yes, no, you can't. Can't wait. Forrest is going to be... He might even be editing here a little bit. At some points, maybe even during the show, I have no idea. But Forrest's going to start working on the roast video, getting that edit out. And then I'll look at his edit, and then I'll slice and dice. You know, there's some things I think just off the top can be popped out of there. I want some stuff, like, it doesn't need to be like perfectly tight. I think there could be, you know, dips in the excitement level. But I want to make sure it's around like maybe an hour. I think that's a good length. I think if it's an hour long, that works. So we got to start editing it down and get it right where it needs to be. I'm having a designer right now do a, you know how Pixar has their little like video intro before the movie starts? Like the little production things that show up, MGM and all that. I'm having somebody do one for Fickle, with the Fickle Beast coming out, and he's going to spray paint Fickle as like a lead in to the video productions and the stuff that's on the VOD section. It's going to be cool. And then there's an animator who is taking the graphic design for the roast event, and he is fully bringing it to life for one point in the VOD. Gonna be great. 90 seconds and we're back. Crazy Drunk Cat Lady says, what? Don't cut it that much. I'm going to cut it down so there's not weird stuff that doesn't make sense outside of the venue. There's some stuff that needs to be cut. Make sure you include the flasher's face. Will there be boobs? I'll put not rated on it. I'll put not yet rated, right? We'll put the not rated scene and then just let the titties fly, baby. Pop them out and flop them out. All right, let's go.
iHeartRadio.
Throws low and it's incomplete. The Jets are going to win it. It'll be victory formation.
The new NBA season, the NHL, huge college football rivalries, the start of college basketball, and of course the NFL.
Touchdown!
Don't miss a second of the greatest reality show on the planet. Sports, play-by-play, podcasts, and local stations where you can join the conversation with real people.
At what point do you fire the guy?
Open the free iHeart app and search your favorite league to start listening.
Holiday magic.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Cash. CASH. That's cash. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
No one's really sure what all C-Lane's buttons actually do. This is the news.
The same three songs over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, or hang out with the three best friends you never knew you had, going through the most viral stories of the day. Thank you for choosing us on a Share the Show Tuesday. See here, big thanks to Sean Patrick's Day, because I see he's gifted a Secret Show subscription over on thenewsjunkie.com. Somebody go claim that while you can. Take your opportunity, grab that. You can either subscribe or gift Secret Shows over on the website. It's easy to find. The gift icon is right there, and you can learn more about Secret Shows just on the website, right on the homepage. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's see what we got. A teacher has been fired. She has lost her job in Memphis, Tennessee. Lovely Memphis, Tennessee. She will no longer be substituting at DeSoto County schools after one word that she said in her classroom. It was just one thing, one word that she said. And I know everybody's mind is going to go to like, hey, was it this word or that word? You're probably not going to guess it. I think there were a couple of things that went wrong here. But one of them, I think, was that she was filming a lot of the day in the classroom that she was doing. She was posting more on TikTok than she was focusing on the kids in the classroom.
What are we expecting out of our substitute teachers these days?
You want more than that?
As long as you don't bang the students, I feel like that's a good check on the list.
The substitutes never were around long enough to garner that relationship, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, there was a substitute who just went to jail for life because of his naughtiness, is the lightest I could put it.
Naughtiness.
Okay. He was a pedophile.
That could be in the naughty category for sure. Yeah, that'll do it. But this teacher had one word.
Does Santa write that on the list or just the name?
I don't know. I don't even think they get coal.
MS substitute, that's Memphis, a Memphis, Tennessee substitute. She has lost her job after posting a TikTok video where she called one of her students Shorty. Shorty
or
the
Shouty?
Word. It says Shorty, but it's a news article. So they might have like fancified it up. Maybe they'll show the actual TikTok clip in this. Let's see what we got here. Let's see.
So we highlight organizations making Memphis better. Well, this week we caught up with a group that believes in building men of vision, faith, and action.
No, this is attached to the story. No, this is a different thing attached to the same story. It says, a woman will no longer be substitute teaching after posting a video of students online. The video was posted to TikTok. Okay, is this it? It says, it's posted on Friday. I'm clicking the link very slowly, loading. Oh, they took the video down. The handmaid had posted it, but it looks like the video has been taken down. It says, appears the video was recorded at Lake Cormorant High School, and in it, she says something to one of the students, and she said, she called him Shouty or Shorty. And it says she has to get after these school kids trying to take her down. Oh, damn, I wish the video was up, but I'm clicking it and it says currently unavailable. Unless
nobody has it?
I mean, somebody must have it, but the source video that I had on this is no longer there anymore. And it says that it only says what she was saying. So if you guys can find that, let me know. But otherwise, it says you shouldn't be recording minors without parental consent. And that was the big issue that the parents had. I get that. Yeah, I think that's true. I think that if you're a parent and you have kids in the classroom, you're not by default expecting that these teachers are going to be filming your kids. And you probably don't want that.
No.
I don't want that happening. I would want to get some approval. I'd say like, hey, ask me first before you film my kids and post it to social media.
I would say the posting to social media I would have more issue with than the filming. Though the filming I don't think is a great idea, but for some of these teachers, you need the opportunity to be able to defend yourself if something's going crazy in the classroom and it's the kid's fault.
Yeah.
You know, every time we talk about like, oh, a teacher went nuts on some children in a class, we're like, what were the children doing? You know,
right. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, if I'm leading all these articles, it's the same lady. It wasn't even like shorty as in you're short. It was part of the damn shorty. Like it's the phrase. And it's not only the one that I just sent you. I do not know if it's censored or not, but this neighborhood talks account that I follow is saying that it's actually for multiple inappropriate, according to the school board, TikToks.
Okay, I've got some of them here, but stay by the dump button because, I don't know if these are censored.
As you guys may know, I am the substitute that was recently fired from teaching because of my TikTok. It's honestly so sad how sick the world is that you guys automatically mischaracterize me fully without further context. I'm a content creator. I record everything I do, so it was typical for me.
Okay, let me stop you there. We don't do this. Like, I'm a content creator. I record everything I do. No, you're a teacher when you're in the classroom. Yeah. So teacher first, all right? And like, you can't just go, I'm a content creator. I record everything I do no matter what. No, you're a teacher in the classroom, so there's going to be rules.
People have to respect. That's a content creator.
First day as a substitute teacher, so
first and last.
The interview did not involve her like main job.
So she's saying like, look, I film stuff. Deal with it.
And as you guys know, if you create content, you will know that everything you see is not what you get. Majority of the content that you do see was recorded while I was alone. It looked as if I had a class, but I did not have a class, and the school knows that. I did not have a class. I had nothing but free time. Aside from the body cam that was already
What kind of job is this?
Substitute teaching.
Nothing but free time?
Yeah, I guess not. She's sitting there in the classroom twiddling her thumbs and recorded some TikToks, and at least some of it was with the kids in the classroom, though. Some of it, she said, wasn't.
Everything else was recorded when I was alone. And as I explained to Lake Cormont when I first arrived, this was my very first time subbing ever. I had absolutely no idea that I couldn't record students, or else I definitely wouldn't have done it. I truly would have honestly recorded myself if I knew it was an issue.
How old is she?
25.
Okay, she looks younger than 25.
Yeah.
She looks like...
I'm sorry, 24.
She looks like she could be a student at the school almost. I mean, she looks incredibly young.
100% like go full Drew Barrymore and just go back to school at this school.
What was the interview process? I feel like they did not interview her. It was just part of a list of, we need a sub for this one class.
Wouldn't question number one be like, are you interested in teaching? No, I'm a content creator.
Substitutes are way different from what I understand. It's just like, thank you for filling in.
Maybe. It seems like they should probably go over this with a bit more of a fine-tooth comb so you don't end up with people like this.
I went on TikTok before I worked, and that's what I seen. I am by far no predator or anything close to it.
Oh, I don't think that.
That is insane for it even to be put onto me. I truly just thought I was doing something good for the youth,
for the youth.
And I was enjoying it. I wasn't going to make a video, but I've been receiving an awful amount of hate. I feel like it was necessary for me to clear my name up. I truly do apologize for how it may seem, but my slang and terminology is much different than yours. But none of the kids knew they were being recorded at any point. And I do apologize for this once again. I truly do, but I had no idea this was prohibited.
All right. She said, I had no idea this was prohibited. And I get her pushback on the front where she's like, because I called one of the kids shorty, some of the people are saying like I was trying to flirt with one of the students, which it doesn't seem like there's any evidence of that.
No.
I think she was just probably not the person for substitute teaching.
But I'm not
excusing be a content creator.
Her filming all the time, especially if kids don't know that it's happening. But is this just like the significant difference with Gen Z? Like her age, considering, and most of the generation is like TikTok, social media heavy. Are we now to assume 10, 15 years from now that everything's being recorded for some sort of social media something?
It matters what the rules are. If the school has rules about recording the students, that's what the rules are, I guess. I would have expected that they went over them at least.
You'd think.
with a substitute beforehand. I would never fire this woman because she doesn't barely speak the English language. I would go like, a teacher? What does it say what class she's teaching at? It just says substitute teacher and what I'm looking at.
I think I'm going to send you a link to your email. I may have found the video.
Nothing against her. It's just this doesn't seem like teacher material to me. She seems like a TikToker, which is what she probably should keep doing. And maybe the other part is not for her, which we found out with her losing her job on day one. Miata, her name is Miata Border is 24. This says fired after posting TikToks from class that appear to sexualize a student. I disagree with that. I don't think that there was sexualization of the student going on in terms of any of the stuff I've seen. But
no, shorty does not always mean something that's like a sexual term of endearment. Shorty's just a nickname.
Yeah, and there are plenty of teachers that are definitely trying to bang the students. This just doesn't, I don't have any evidence that this is one of them.
This teacher sounds like she has zero desire to bang students, and also zero desire to teach students, and 100% desire to make TikTok videos.
Content, yeah, you found your gig. You found the thing.
Until she gets paid for it, though. Got a substitute teach, I guess.
Tough world. You can only pick one. Well, it's been the decision has been made for her, it would appear. She is no longer a teacher at the school. Let us know what you think. Parents, especially, chime in with your dispatches over at thenewsjunkie.com. One of the other things I wanted to share with you, and I'll save this for jury duty, actually, because it's definitely worth going into a bit more. This is about the LAPD and a situation they find themselves in. Another thing very quickly that's going viral today. Have you guys, I don't think either one of you have seen this. Anybody seen the Paddington movies?
No.
Paddington and Paddington 2?
It's on the queue.
Very, very popular movies. What are you waiting for? Very popular movies. They're kids' movies, but they're also, off the cuff, I think one of them has like a 97% Rotten Tomatoes. And the other one's very close. The Paddington movies, well received. Fun family movie. Paddington's a little bear. They are taking the story to the stage, as they do with a lot of big properties.
Yes.
All the things you could think of, from Wizard of Oz to Spider-Man to
Terrifier. It's going to be a great stage show.
Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, I think, was a stage show.
Was a stage show.
This is going to be a stage show, too. Can I tell you, whoever was responsible for creating the little Paddington Bear character that's going to be on the stage for this, kudos to you, okay? I say kudos to you.
So like a mascot outfit?
Look how adorable this little son of a bitch is, okay? I'm going to bring this up. Here it is. All right?
Oh, my goodness.
The little thing they created, there's a young person in there playing Paddington.
Or a little person.
Or a little person, I'm not sure.
Hello, David. It's very nice to meet you.
It is, of course, an actor in a costume, but you can't help but think it's Paddington.
It's pretty damn
It's perfectly puntable, I'll tell you that.
It's so cute, this thing.
His little whiskery facial expressions are remotely controlled by a second actor who's also doing the voice.
So there's a person in the Paddington Bear costume. I'll put this up on See It Now. And then there's a second person that has a facial thing on, I think, and they're doing the facial movements of the bear and speaking. And then there's somebody just wearing the bear costume with the bear face on, and it looks like there is a little bear on the stage. It is absolutely adorable. And they've created this little character now for the Paddington stage show, and people online are going nuts over it. I'll put this up for you right now. I'm grabbing a screenshot on See It Now so you can take a peek when you get a shot. It's pretty darn cute. And it'll be up for you on the website in the See It Now section in just a moment. When we come back, jury duty is on the way. We'll get to that story I was talking about with the LAPD. It's pretty insane, and you got to hear about this, so don't miss out on it. Plus, we've got more on that Blake Lively front in the court case there and what was happening. A man who finally just discovered his real voice after 30 years. We'll make sense of this. I'll explain it to you, because that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission.
The Magic visit Atlanta tonight, looking for a third straight win there, with Orlando coming off that 31-point rout in Washington this past weekend. College basketball's opening week rolls on tonight, too, with the start of the Luke Laux era at Florida State. The Seminoles will host Alcorn State. And the man behind baseball's steroid scandal has died. Victor Conte, who did federal prison time for his role, was 75 years old. I'm Scott Davidson.
You wouldn't drive a car under the influence, so why would you operate a boat? The FWC wants to remind you that operating a boat while impaired is just as deadly as driving a car and carries the same penalties. Be as safe at sea as you are on land. Visit myfwc.com for more info.
Folks, let me tell you about a great company, and I'm just going to shoot you straight here. This is a company that is fair, honest, and gets the job done right the first time, every time. Mills Air. You've heard me talking about Mills Air. Leon Mills decided a long time ago he was going to do things the right way, and he wanted a family-owned and operated, locally owned and operated company that's going to get your AC working fast. You deserve that. And this time of year, honestly, it's getting a little cooler outside. It's pretty nice right now in the 70s, but we will have to put your AC to the test and see if that heater side of things even works. You want to check now? Get preventative maintenance. Have them look at your AC unit from top to bottom right now. Go over to millsair.com and sign up for preventative maintenance. I recommend this to all homeowners. Give them a call at Mills Air, 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from WTKS-FM. Add more comfort and save more every month with natural gas from Florida Public Utilities. From cooking to laundry to hot showers, natural gas appliances deliver dependable performance and long-term efficiency. That means everyday comfort and monthly savings that last all year long. Earn over $1,000 in appliance rebates because the more you add, the more you save. Start today at naturalgasdoesmore.com/add-more.
The free turkey event at BJ's Wholesale Club is so incredible, we called in Tom Turkey to talk about it. Take it away, Tom. Well said, Tom. To paraphrase, spend $150 or more in one transaction at BJ's to earn your free turkey. It's that.
Hello. Oh, what? What was that? Hang on. The microphone's on, so you gotta stop saying all that stuff about the three chatters that you were just taking shots at. The three people in chat that she was really saying some things about you. Have I gotten my camera or no?
Not that I think.
You would know, wouldn't you?
Unless someone stole it.
Don't talk like that. It was an expensive camera. It says arriving today.
Okay, well it's arriving today.
It says out for delivery. It doesn't say how many stops away. Do me a favor. Can you go wait outside the front door and just sit down on the stoop there, and then with the wait? I'm not. I what? Kevin, is that real? I heard up to 386. You guys, you could have 4x'd your money if you listen to me. You could have 4x'd your money. I told you, put some money in iHeart, didn't I? Come on.
One missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickley.com.
Chat, I'm going to say the name of a fast food establishment, and you tell me good or bad, all right? Current opinion on this fast food establishment, chat, good or bad? Wendy's. Your thoughts on Wendy's, good or bad? Current thoughts on Wendy's, good or bad? Used to be good? Thumbs up? I don't know if I take that as a good. Good? They changed too much. What did they change? That's important. Haven't had Wendy's in about 10 years. That's part of the problem for them. Good, meh, okay, good, bad. Good, but it's been a while. You're the problem. They want to win you back. Wendy's is struggling right now. Yeah. Apparently it's pretty bad. They are struggling right now. Bad, hit or miss, bad. For those of you who have been not too long ago, give me a short why. Like, what is the problem? Why have people lost faith in Wendy's? And I'll get to this story before jury duty in just a second. Okay, we're coming back right now. They need to change the fries? Huh.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it. Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Rasmussen University's mix of online and on-campus options means you can earn a degree from home or connect with others in person across 5 states. Wherever you are, your education moves with you. Learn more at rasmussen.edu. That's rasmussen.edu.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock.
Exhibit 8542X, that the internet is not the real world and not a good way to get a grasp on how things are actually going out there. Before jury duty, I wanted to talk about this because I'm always interested in watching these kind of things develop out there. And Wendy's right now is going through it. I just asked the folks on chat. I was like, when you think of Wendy's right now, is it good or bad? And it was probably 2/3 saying bad. Like their current idea of Wendy's and going to get food there is not good. It's bad. And I saw this week that they are unveiling an aggressive relaunch plan. Like they are getting rid of all the promotions they have. They are getting rid of a bunch of the menu items that they've had for a while here. They're changing everything. That would
because there was a small moment of Wendy's where I'm like, whoever's doing their PR, I loved that Diss rap album, the comments that were going viral on Twitter.
But that doesn't sell burgers.
I guess not.
That's like the internet world. You get internet points in the internet world, but it's not actually selling burgers. Or, if I had to say what Wendy's was famous for, I'd say like burgers, chili, nuggets, probably. It's not selling those things. Frosty's another big one. If they went blonde on Wendy, that would be quite the move. But they said prices have gone up too high, quality has gone down, and it's imploding. People are not going to Wendy's anymore. And Wendy's sees you. They see you out there. They see you not going to their location. And they're now saying we're going to blow up the whole system. And I don't know if it will be, but it feels a little bit like Domino's, where Domino's said, we messed up. We got to fix this. Just give us another chance here. And Wendy's is saying no. And I want to know, like, what is the problem? For those of you who have been fans who go frequently, like, what has gone wrong with Wendy's? Because they seem to have fallen off, while other places, McDonald's is just always on point, right? They're almost never slacking over there. Burger King is consistently in trouble. Taco Bell is always reinventing themselves and staying fundamentally in the lives of the younger generations. And that's very brilliant that they're doing that. But Wendy's used to be there, used to be a force in the fast food world. And despite all their luck on social media, it ain't happening for them, I guess, in the real world. So I want to hear from you why that is. Let us know. All right, here we go. Let's do it. It's time for jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury Duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO. That's the number. 800-CALL-MO. So after you get into an accident, you say, Sean, what am I supposed to do next? Well, if you're okay and if nobody really did anything that seemed out of line, then you do you. But if you're hurting, if you have any pain at all, you shouldn't worry about who the other driver is or if your insurance rates are going to go up or any of that. You should worry about yourself, your family, and your future. And Mo DeWitt is used to taking cases exactly like that, pushing them against the insurance companies. And in the end, oftentimes you leave with one of those big checks. So after an accident, you, your family, your loved ones, make sure 800-CALL-MO or just callmo.com. Here's what we got for you today. In jury duty, an update on the SNAP benefits. It looks like there's going to be about 50% of eligible households that get their SNAP benefits in the month of November. Now, in this court filing in Rhode Island, a federal judge said you should use these contingency funds. And the government said, okay, here's what we have. We have $4.65 billion in a contingency fund, and that will fund about half of people. Now, who's going to get the money? That's more up in the air right now. When are you going to get it? That's also up in the air right now. But this money is being siphoned over, and it says November benefits that will be obligated to cover 50% of eligible households' current allotments are on the way. So we'll see when there's an update on when to expect that, who's going to get it, et cetera, et cetera. Here's the story I was telling you about with the LAPD. Let me see if I can bring up the video on this because it was just mind-blowing to consider. I want to warn you ahead of time. This is a little weird, but you're not going to, if you're watching on YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie, the video that I'm going to show you here does not show the moment of impact. All right, I'm going to warn you of that ahead of time. It does not show the moment of impact. The video of the impact of these LAPD officers smashing into this poor guy, it does exist, but it's not in here. All right, they're cruising down the road, lights going, sirens going. All right, and there is a guy on a skateboard in the center lane as the officers are cruising down the road, and when I say they hit him hard, boy.
Not okay, I imagine?
Oh, he died.
Super dead?
No, it was a fatal collision.
Good God.
It was a 30-year-old man that was on a skateboard. He was riding a skateboard. He's in the center of the road. The cop drove into that center lane. His name is Jerry Estrada, or was, the guy on the skateboard. Officers immediately pulled the vehicle to the side of the road and requested an ambulance. And there's a lot of questions about what exactly was going on because they absolutely were, as you heard, responding lights and siren. We all heard the lights and siren, right?
Yeah.
But what they were responding to is more up in the air because they said they were responding with lights and sirens to police a perimeter for a parolee at large. But it's unclear whether or not that's true. If they just fired up the lights and sirens, they got a whole different problem on their hands because this guy.
They're going so fast.
Okay. And by the way, hang on. I got to pull up the story here real quick. I'll be fast about this. Dash cam shows LAPD. The story, the reason why I want to bring this up is because Sabrina mentioned there, they sounded like they were going or looked like they were going very fast. They said that when they looked into this, they found that they were not driving, quote, excessively fast. All right. Authorities have not confirmed the speed the officer was driving, but they have said that they weren't driving excessively fast. I'm sorry, but watching this, I'll try to go back to it now. Watching this, they appear to be going quite fast. Yeah, they appear to be going pretty fast as far as I'm concerned.
The problem is the video is so quick, and then...
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the whole thing now. And here's the...
Yeah, when you watch the whole thing, like you're watching, by the way, Sabrina, they're
going fast, but they're also in the turning lane.
They're in the center. They're in the center.
But I'm not saying what they're going around. So had they been in the regular lanes, because everyone had pulled over, it seems,
Yeah.
then could this have been avoided? I don't understand how this happened, but...
Yeah, when you go back, there's nobody in this lane that they're getting out of.
I just stopped it.
I'm not going to post it, but you see what I'm talking about. They nailed it.
I haven't watched it yet. I did pause it. I don't know. Yeah, so you can barely see it, though.
Yeah, because it happened so fast. That's how fast they were going. Yeah, and he went full under the car. They hit this poor guy. He's 30-year-old dude up under the vehicle, boom, out the other side. And they said that they weren't driving, quote, excessively fast. I don't know about that. Boy. I don't know. There's a way to find out.
Very fast.
Can we ask Moses that? Like, if a cop hits something like this, is there a way to pull the data to get their current speed when this accident happened? I would imagine there's something monitoring that. But it'll be interesting to ask Moses that when he comes in later on this week. Pretty crazy.
I think, the other option there, what you would have done before, stuff like black boxes and things like that, you have the camera footage. What you need to find out is the distance between two of those little reflective markers on the road.
Sure.
If it's easier, if it's a standard distance, because then you could just look up what the standard distance is and kind of estimate based on if the people putting that stuff in did their job. But if this came down to like a really big trial, you would have somebody out there with a tape measure, getting between
absolutely.
two of those things.
Someone would be able to figure that out if they haven't already.
But then, then just time how long it takes a static point on the vehicle to cross those 2 points, and you would get the speed they're going at.
I will put this video, the version that I'm watching where it doesn't actually show the collision, up on See It Now so you can see what's going on. But for those of you that might respond and go, well, what's he doing in the road on his skateboard? Why is this 30-year-old guy riding his skateboard in the road? And why is he in the center lane? He didn't have enough time to do anything. No, there was no reaction time. This 30-year-old guy literally looked up, tried to finagle his body anywhere but the front of that cop car, and bam, the force with which he hit was just unbelievable. So I'll put that up on See It Now. You can see more of what we're talking about since it's a visual.
Real quick, the thing that I've got from a traffic homicide investigator is that you can usually pull what the equivalent of a black box information from a car like that. However, oftentimes when it hits a pedestrian, the strike is not as significant, so it might not register as a collision.
Really?
Right.
Even though they plowed into a person?
But couldn't you see with that footage and get a good guesstimate of how fast they were going?
Well, yeah, it would have to be using the other ways that I was describing, just doing the math.
Yeah, Mo says there's a black box that you can see where you can monitor the actual speed of these vehicles. And to me, it seems like they're speeding. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on the story. We'll see if there's anything to follow up on there. When we come back, a man discovers his real voice after 30 years. 30 years. What did he sound like before and after? We'll find out together, and why. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Win tickets to the Tampa Bay Bucks game Wednesday on our Instagram at Real Radio 1041.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
On the major roadways, you won't be running into any trouble or surprises affecting your ride. Just some familiar delays slowing you down I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. There's congestion getting through the city there. Northbound and southbound lanes are blocked on Conway Road at Lake Margaret Drive. Use State Road 436 or Orange Avenue as an alternate route there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, not only can you pursue your education goals with dedicated support, but when you get started on campus, you could qualify to pursue them with a new laptop. Learn more at rasmussen.edu. That's rasmussen.edu.
Real Radio 104.1 has teamed up again with Fox 35 Orlando's Care Force for Feed-a-thon 2025. This is a community food drive, along with Walmart and Elevation Church, benefiting One Heart for Women and Children ahead of its holiday season. All proceeds will support Central Florida families facing food insecurity. We're collecting non-perishable food items, gift cards, baby supplies, and household essentials. Friday, November 7th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Walmart near UCF, 11250 East Colonial Drive in Orlando. Come out, donate, and make a difference. Get the details and the needed supply list at realradio.fm/help.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. November is Men's Health Awareness Month, and that's super important because men are hard-headed. We do not like going to the hospital. We do not like doing things like that. But with Life Imaging FLA, we can now look inside and make sure that our heart health is good for the long term. And when you consider 1 in 3 people in this country die of heart disease, and in some of those cases, the very first symptom you get is sudden death, you got to get to Life Imaging FLA and make sure your heart is in good shape. Remember, this is a free heart scan, just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. Also, while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection saves lives. And it's so easy to make your appointment. Simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say that keyword free heart scan. That's it, pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. Guys, make that appointment today and take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
In a Greenway Kia.
For over 23 years, my family's been saying it. And right now, the savings are at an all-time high. With 3 convenient locations and one of the area's largest inventories, we deliver the selection and savings other dealers can't. And during the Kia Fall Savings event, you can save thousands. So if you're in the market for a new Kia, visit Greenway Kias and discover one of the area's largest selections online. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Moms, we all wish there were 2 more of us just to get through the day. Packing lunches, preparing snacks, cooking dinners. Well, that's where Fresh from Florida comes in. FreshFromFlorida.com has recipes that can make mealtime quick, easy, and healthy. And shopping for locally grown produce is a snap, too. Just look for the Fresh from Florida logo. When it's almost dinner time and you have to be 3 places at once, go to the one place that counts. FreshFromFlorida.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 6.
Hello. Guys, I need a banger to end the show on today. I need a song, and I've got nothing right now. Paddington doesn't really have any bangers. We're not doing that.
Don't let allergies or sinus issues ruin your holidays.
We'll land on something here soon, but what?
AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
If you want your windows there and wait.
Look at the boat and there's houses.
Want to win $25,000 in new Impact?
Empire State of Mind. Oh, Social Distortion.
Wow, to 20129.
That's a good one.
0129.
My uncontrollable movements called
You do that. I haven't done that in a long time.
felt embarrassing. I felt like disconnecting. I asked my doctor about treating my TD and learned about Ingrezza, valbenazine capsules.
Hang on tight, folks.
Prescription medicine clinically proven for reducing TD.
Skater boy? Come on!
And #1 prescribed. People taking Ingrezza can stay on most mental health meds.
Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden behavior or mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like
Alright, I'm getting this ready.
most common side effect, and heart rhythm problems. Know how Ingrezza affects you before operating a car or dangerous machinery. Report fever, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble with moving or balance may occur.
Take control by asking your doctor.
Print.
Learn more.
90 seconds and we're back.
That's INGREZZA.com.
I'll get that audio during the next break.
For Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save.
All right, here we go.
You to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save some money, and don't forget to make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, Bills. BILLS. That's Bills. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
And we'll get to some of it here in just a moment. Do dive into more on the show. The website is available. The podcast links are up there. You can even unlock secret shows over on thenewsjunkie.com. I see this story this morning, and it says, billionaires brace for likely Mamdani win. And they're talking about Zohran Mamdani in New York City, the guy who's running for governor against Cuomo. And it's funny that they phrase it this way, because really, I wouldn't say it's billionaires. I would just say it's people who are wealthy in any way that are probably bracing for this guy to potentially win the mayoral race in New York City. In fact, he's proposed raising the top income tax rate from 3.9% to 5.9% for anybody making $1 million plus a year, which is about 35,000 people. Just in case you don't know this, people that make over $1 million a year in New York City, $1 million isn't an insane level of money per year in New York City. New York City is very, 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 very expensive. $250,000 a year is, you're not rich if you're making that in New York City. And people who make $1 million plus, the amount that they're already paying on taxes is pretty wild. I mean, when you talk about first, local, then state, then federal taxes, and then all the other ways they get nickeled and dimed, and then the new taxes that would come through as a result of this election, I wouldn't blame those people, anybody who makes a decent paycheck in a city like New York City, for saying, hey, if I can get out of here and go somewhere else where I don't have to get taxed to death, I'm going to do it. People do it all the time. And I still don't know why anybody lives in L.A. The taxes are insane. Oh, insane.
Everything is insane over there. I remember the first time I went, we passed by a gas station, and I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is indeed. He's right about that.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Christopher.
It is indeed crazy. When you look at this stuff, like Los Angeles, New York City, they're all pretty close. The richest people in those cities, or even just people who make a decent amount of money, a significant amount of money, they pay taxes. You're like, got to tax the rich. They're already taxing the rich. Who do you think pays the taxes? Do you think the poor people are paying the taxes? They're not paying the taxes. Poor people pay like 10% of total taxes in the United States of America. Less than that. A lot of them get money back. They don't actually net pay anything into taxes. The rich people are already getting nickeled and dimed. And when you say to somebody, all right, let's say we got a job for you. You're going to make $250,000 a year, but your rent is going to be $5,000 for a decent apartment a month. Also, here's the amount of tax that you're going to get hit with. And for every dollar that you get paid, 65 cents of it is going to go to the city or state, New York.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Crazy.
This is ridiculous. Yeah, like imagine you get a paycheck and 65 cents out of every dollar, like sales tax, fees that you pay everywhere. Like they just keep squeezing you for it. So yeah, of course, anybody who makes money is going to go. The guy who's promising free buses and city-run grocery stores is probably not going to be good for me. And so they were doing the man on the street stuff all over the place. Amy was talking about this earlier a bit. Especially with younger people who are saying they're going to vote for the Mamdani deal.
I voted for Mamdani.
Do you feel like socialism would work in New York City?
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, I know that's pretty clipped, but I voted for him. Do you think socialism would work in New York City? No. I don't know where she went after that because the clip is cut there, but here's another old couple. Very Manhattanite looking couple here.
And what about the government-run grocery stores? Do you think that that's a model that could work?
Yes. I think there's too many hungry people and too many potatoes here that are $5 a pound.
Yeah.
I thought you
were lower the prices. Is there anything else about
Potato people.
Too many fat potato people.
Mr. Potato walked by, puts his eyes in the back of his head.
You watch your mouth. This woman says there's too many, like, what did she say, $5 per pound potatoes or something?
Yeah. I thought she said $5
that.
potatoes, but something like that.
All I can tell you is everywhere they've tried these city-run grocery stores, they have been a disaster. They have shut the places down. They have ended up getting robbed all the time. They can't keep stuff in inventory. It's gross. Stuff is rotting. It's a nightmare everywhere they do it. And as I've said before on this show, grocery stores don't tend to have the biggest markup on general items in the store. It's not the place where they're really juicing you the most. So it's only moderately cheaper in some cases. All this stuff is just going to cost a lot of money, and a lot of it's going to be a disaster. But some of these folks want it, so give it to them, baby. Give it to them. That's what they want.
Excited about him?
I'm excited that he gets young people excited, and I'm excited to see people standing in line, hopefully, to vote for something new.
And last thing, the number one comment I get on some of my videos is that socialism doesn't work. It's been tried many times. Why do you think it'll work?
This isn't socialism he's talking about. It's social democracy. You know, government should work to encourage people to thrive and be successful.
True.
Everybody thrive. It shouldn't be a matter of it should be equality, not supremacy. It should be a matter of bringing everybody up, and not just having a few people with entirely too much money. Too much money.
Too much money.
Decent point.
Too much money. How much money is too much money?
Did you hear the child in the background?
Have you
voted yet?
Is that voted stickers he has on, or is this just like some rich person patch he's got on?
I feel like it's a sticker. I don't know, though.
I don't know what it is. Something
They're
on his outfit.
definitely loaded.
This couple says, people making too much money. I would really challenge people to go, what is that number? What is that number? Because I see a lot of millionaires mad at billionaires, but what's the number that's too much money? Is it $1 billion? Is $1 billion too much? Is $1 million too much? How much money is too much money? And when you start doing all these things, you're like, okay, we're going to tax. You can tax people all you want, but if you're the things that you do with the tax money don't work, you're not improving anything. You're not actually improving anything. You want to actually improve stuff in New York City. Here's a wild idea. Why don't you get the unhinged, deranged, homeless people some help? Why don't you make it so people feel comfortable riding the subway and maybe they won't feel like they're going to get accosted? Maybe you can make it feel like there are people who punish folks who break the law, and that when you do break the law, you stay behind bars if it's worthy of that. Maybe you can improve those things. Those seem like quality of life improvements that can help. For everybody else trying to make New York City affordable for every single person, it's the biggest city in the United States of America. It just ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. You want affordable housing, you're going to have to move. That's the way it works. Let me know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. But it says billionaires bracing for his win. He does look like he's got a good shot at it. I'll tell you that. The Mamdani dude does look like he has a good shot at it. I talked about this guy who said he just discovered his real voice. So since I teased it, let me work that in here. This man says, here he is. He says he's just discovered his real voice after 30 years of changing it to make others comfortable. He's changed his voice for 30 years to make other people comfortable. which I can identify with. For years.
After 30 years, how is that not just your regular voice? Like, you're not.
Well,
that's a great point. Then did you really?
Not.
Yeah.
It's not. I see people all the time. Like, I see people who hype up accents and the way that they speak all
Paris
the
Hilton,
time.
great example. Her real voice is a lot lower. Not always like this, but still when she's doing stuff, it gets higher and frighy.
I've heard a lot of people that do these sort of accents. You go, I know if I had a gun to your head, that's not how you speak. I know that's not how you talk. And this guy says he changed it to make people comfortable. You know what it reminds me of? The Ed Gein stuff. Because Ed Gein was like, hey, the reason they said his voice sounded like Winnie the Pooh, the serial killer dude, who was just featured in that, the series on Netflix, Ed Gein, they said sounded like that. And, ooh, yeah, the Winnie the Pooh, the little soft voice that he did, because his mom was constantly mad at him, and he tried to adapt a voice that was the least annoying to his mother.
He wanted
that would
to sound
get
more
him
like
in the
a
least
girl.
trouble. He
That's
wanted
what his mom
yeah.
wanted.
Yeah, he wanted to make his voice sound in such a way that his mom would be less likely to be mad at him. And this guy's saying that was the same thing. So I want to see the actual post here. This is the guy. Hold on, can I unmute
Right now is my what people would call my speaking voice, and this is the voice that I have spoken to my children, my partners, my family with since I was maybe 14, 15 years old, and it doesn't bother me. This voice does not bother me, but this voice is the voice I speak with for a reason. And I am really curious.
I'm wondering where this other voice goes. Like, is he going
don't
deeper?
know how much
Is he
believe
going
him.
higher? Courtney does a voice sometimes too. She does. She has a voice when she's trying to be sweet to somebody. If she's trying to ask somebody for help, her voice goes up a register, and she'll be like, and there'll be a higher voice. And I said, "What are you doing? What is that?" And she's like, "I'm trying to be nice to them. I want them to know that I'm trying to be sweet in this moment." Yes, people do this. But what's this guy sound like when he's not doing this?
If anyone else has noticed this about themselves. So when I started hitting first puberty, when I was, 11, 12, 13 years old, my mother started saying something to me. She would say, "You're mumbling. You're mumbling. You're always mumbling. Stop mumbling. You're mumbling. You're mumbling, mumbling." Mumbling came out of her mouth at me in every conversation for years.
Sounds like he doesn't have a close relationship with his mother. I feel like things have soured between the two of them at some point here. I want him to get to the point, though.
Hit about 11, 12, 13 years old. And so I would speak up. I would squeeze my voice. I would speak up here. This is the register I would speak in. You guys, if you've been on this channel for a while, this is how I speak. You guys know that.
Go to the real voice.
And I was describing this to my partner a while back, and she asked, "So what does your voice sound like?"
Yes, that's what everybody's asking. He's trying to get to like the 2-minute mark or something so we can really, really monetize this.
And I did something I have not done in my adult life ever about a year ago, which was to relax my throat and let noise come out of my face the way that it wants to come out of my face. This is my unaffected, unsqueezed voice. This is what my voice sounds like.
Yeah, how weird is that, though? Like, on TikTok, don't most people kind of do a little bit of a, "Hey, everybody," hey, like, overly.
So
like,
you've just talked to your partner like that, all the same way you talk on TikTok,
Hey,
like
wanna go
all the
make love?
time?
Huh.
that seems weird, but he's saying that he's done that over time.
You're telling me you're the opposite of the movie trailer voice? Like you're
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I guess so. I'm trying to find when he actually posted this. 5.1 million views from this dude. And yeah,
$57 check, I'm sure.
Timothy Daigle. Not a lot coming in from that, but he really tried to squeeze it out. Do you change your voice for anybody? Let us know. And what does your real voice sound like? This is going to be welcoming a bunch of trolls, I think, but we'll try it regardless. Let us know what you think over at thenewsjunkie.com. Elias emails the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Hey, about Wendy's, he says. I stopped going to Wendy's about 2 months ago when I realized they started charging different levels of pricing depending on which topping you put on your burgers. Really? For example, if you get a regular single with just pickles, onions, and ketchup, it's one price. If you want lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise, it's another price. That's ridiculous. You figure out one price for everything and let people pick what they want. But that alone made me stop going. And honestly, I like their burgers more than anybody else's. But if I'm going to pay that kind of money, I'll just go to Culver's now. P.S. as a side note, you were talking about marathon running yesterday. My brother's actually going to Greece tomorrow to run the actual marathon from the city of Marathon in Athens. That's cool. So I'm waiting to hear about that. He's been training for quite a long time, says Elias. Thank you for the email. More people sending in other substitute teachers that have been fired for stuff. And C-Line said some of this has been tracking back to the same place. Like these substitute teachers are coming from the same like hiring place.
The woman that we just had in the TikTok video who looked very young, very, very young. She was hired by Kelly Services, which is the same company that hired that guy in Orlando at Howard Middle who they said had boners and was looking at possible pornography on his phone. Or maybe he said it was Instagram, but same thing.
Huh. Yeah, he said something to the effect of like, I couldn't help myself. I got like urges in the classroom, something weird like that. And he was hired as a substitute teacher from the same exact staffing firm.
Yeah,
is it like it's a
pretty common firm, I think. Yeah, Kelly Teaching or Kelly Services.
So maybe they're hiring so many people at this firm that they're not properly vetting all of them.
Could be.
And then we get these substitutes, because substitutes are important too, in my opinion. I think substitutes are important. They're not quite as important as teachers, but they're still very, very important. And they should be like professional, and, they should not be acting in these ways, obviously. But maybe they're not being filtered out very well. Maybe they're not interviewing them in any kind of way that's filtering out the good from the bad.
When you're getting some of these substitute teachers, you're probably getting somebody who just needs a part-time gig in between gigs. Like you would think that in a perfect world, the people being the substitute teachers, it would be a step in the direction of becoming an actual teacher. But it's so hard to get actual teachers that why would people be lining up to be the even more abused substitute teacher, where the kid passes around the note that tells everybody to cough at a certain time, or varying levels of abuse.
That seems to be a problem, right? Because there's no shortage of these body cam footage from arrests of teachers and teachers filming themselves getting in trouble. This is another one all methed out, I guess. Let's see.
I'm so sorry. I'm such a bad person. No. I'm sorry, what was that? 98% oxygen? No.
Teachers in the classroom.
So that the ambulance can come and make sure that you're okay. It's your privacy. Yes, your coat here. And are you guys okay?
Okay, she's out of it. This lady's like flailing around. She's like, you're just
I think she's
jerking her body. They're saying she's tweaking. I guess that's fair. That seems like a fair way to draw this out. And I don't know what this is from. Somebody had suggested maybe this was the one. Remember the teacher who got so high she thought one of her students was a dog?
Yes. Yes, I do.
This might be that lady. I don't know.
Please help me.
Help me.
No, I haven't used it at school. She has cocaine in the building right now.
She has cocaine in the building right now.
An 8th grade student on his way.
Wait.
He was getting.
The one that thought her kid was a dog, I think, was on cocaine, wasn't she?
Really? Was that on the first?
Let's see.
Yeah, if that happened October 1st, that's when this was from.
Oh, same lady. Maybe she does cocaine all the time, and this was bad meth-laced cocaine.
Here's the other problem. Maybe it's not her, and there were 2 different teachers who did this. This would be a larger problem, I would think. But this lady is definitely
all the stories that say teacher was so high on cocaine she thought one of her students was a dog. October 11th, October 9th, 11th. So it's a very likely that is what the video we're watching is.
This says 10:01.
Yeah. It takes a couple days for it to get out there.
Oh, when the stories came out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They were getting ready to go. And he literally said she's high. But he also comes from a background in which he would be able to identify that.
Okay, yeah.
The 8th grade came in and
Look at her feet.
She's tweaking to the hospital.
And one of the boys said, Miss Melissa's high.
Why are you twitching your feet like that? Can you try to stop doing that?
I have restless legs.
That's fine.
Yeah, I have restless leg syndrome. That's my problem. That's That's what we've encountered here. Good God, what's going on in the teaching world? What's happening there? Teachers, chime in, please. Send us a dispatch or an email. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com right now. Quick break. Back with those responses. First of all, they captured an emo that's been on the loose for a real long time. This emu now back in custody. What happened in the meantime? You'd be surprised. Wait until I tell you what went down here. We have a story about a teenager that's going to be tried as an adult and a whole lot more, including Mad Max mode under investigation. What does that mean? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
There's some congestion starting to pile up on I-4 through the city in between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. Other than that, there's nothing really to worry about on the major roadways affecting your ride at this time. There is a crash affecting northbound and southbound lanes on Conway Road at Lake Margaret Drive. Use Severin Boulevard or Orange Avenue as an alternate route there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
Central Florida nonprofits do amazing work in our community. Orlando Sentinel wants to help shine a spotlight on the work they do by giving a local nonprofit an advertising campaign. Go to orlandosentinel.com/nonprofit to enter and for rules. Must be 18 or older to enter. No purchase required.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickley.com.
The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty.
We want to see ya.
In a Greenway Kia. For over 23 years, my family's been saying it. And right now, the savings are at an all-time high. During the Kia Fall Savings Event, every new Kia is discounted thousands off MSRP. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships compete for it. Meaning, you could get up to $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Hello! Welcome behind the scenes into the studio. We have a couple more segments left, and then everybody will count the votes from today. We'll see what happened there. See who's the big winner on the day. Can Andrew Cuomo pull from behind, overcome the sex pest allegations, and somehow rise to the top and become the mayor of New York City? Or will Mamdani win out because of the youth and socialist leanings of the voters in New York City? Or somehow Curtis Sliwa. No, forget it. He's not going to win. He won't win.
Plus 0% financing for 60 months.
Ass election results special. Here's the deal. I got stuff coming in the mail that I got to work on. And a video I got to work on.
I thought in your tease you said an emo's on the loose.
I did. That's why I said it twice, so I made sure I correct it. There is no emos on the loose.
I just think that's funnier.
What does that mean, an emo on the loose? Like a kid from...
With like one eye showing?
Was his hair covering his... Yeah. There's probably one of those on the loose out there.
Veterans Day of Service Camp. Connecting veterans and families in the fall with local volunteer opportunities. Become a member at NavyFederal.org/veterans. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
I am an at-home tutor, but taught for over 15 years in Florida. My department head back in 2000 got caught sending inappropriate messages to his girlfriend. This was before Big Brother. You know the girlfriend called the district.
All for less. And you could score $100 or other instant.
Interesting how his different fake accents have been highlighted to further depict his quality of character. Whose? Whose fake accent? I mean, there are a lot of people, especially there's a lot of women too, who will adopt these accents.
There's an Asian streamer that I see from time to time. She's been involved in some controversy as of late. She's an Asian girl, and she has the strongest black scent you've ever heard in your life. And you know that if these people were involved in some sort of situation where somebody at gunpoint was like, quit the shit, speak in your regular voice, talk in your normal voice, they would change what they were doing. A lot of people use those voices to like meld into communities like a chameleon. I think some of that is natural. I've heard if you go to Nashville, and this has kind of happened to me a little, people I've been with, you go to Nashville, you pick up a little bit here or there because you hear people talking that same way. But some people will adopt full-on accents. Wow, Sean follows Asian Bunny? I don't. But I just remember seeing some clips of this one woman who just, it's obviously not her voice. No, Bootsy, I'm not doing my impression of her. 1 minute, and we're coming back. Your PR voice? I think people have what is probably their natural, regular voice. They have elevated versions of that voice, and then they have like these chameleon voices that if they're talking with Asian people or black people or whatever group, Hispanic people, they adopt little pieces of it to try to fit in socially. I think it's pretty common. I try not to do it because I think it makes you sound dumb.
We're talking about resilience, purpose, and finding hope through community and connection.
There are blessings that will happen in the
Oh, here we go.
50 operations and had 23 blood transfusions.
We're talking about resilience, purpose, and finding hope through community and connection.
There are blessings that will happen in the most unexpected places.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search the Good Stuff podcast, and listen now.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. BILLS. That's BILLS. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
Hey there, friend, on a Share the Show Tuesday. That's when you spread the word about this show, The News Junkie, and you can learn more over at thenewsjunkie.com. I'll tell you one thing that I hate the politicization of everything. And I saw recently, I don't know if you guys have seen any of the buzz, not too much of it, but there's some, about this new Sydney Sweeney movie. Apparently she completely changed her look and really tried to sink into this character. And this movie she's doing is called Christy. Mm-hmm. And it's about like a boxer or something of the sort. And what I hated was I saw the early reviews coming in. And this was a website where they take all the different movie reviews from everywhere and they show you what people are starting to say about this upcoming movie as the reviewers get a peek at it. And I would bet every dime I have, I could tell you the political affiliation and what party these people were attached to by the reviews, every single one of them. Every single one of them. Like the idea that I would know who you vote for because of how you review a movie, that should never be a thing. That's so weird to me.
Very weird, but
to see that.
It's so 2025. It just, I could see the same thing. And I'm curious how you could tell. Is it the way they were typing or the things they were saying?
Well, obviously it was the things they were saying. They're talking about Sydney Sweeney. So even though I still don't think she's very controversial at all.
Whoa, did you forget about the jeans?
Yeah, the jeans ad really did it for some people. Like, oh my God. So I could read into these reviews and they would mention stuff like they'll talk about, another white woman at the center of a struggle piece. And it's like, God, why can I see your politics through your movie review? Why are you bringing up all these things? Why is she lodged into the center of your culture war? Review the movie, dummy. You barely have a job to begin with. Just review the movie and tell everybody how you felt about this. Why can I look down the list of reviews and be like, that person's this party, that person's this party, that person's this party, that... What happened to people just going, hey, here's what I think about this thing. And I'm going to do this crazy thing. I'm going to separate my political beliefs from my opinion on this particular piece of art.
Well, I mean, why should it
be hard?
Why should the race even matter? She was playing a real person.
I know, but they'll say, well, we should have centered something out. Some of these were very like identity-based, the identity-based people who all of their identity markers, whether it be race or sexuality, are the most important things to their personality, and it just rings through in everything. And I'm like, just review the movie. Did she suck or no? Was she good or was she bad? Was the movie fun or bad or good or make you cry or laugh or, just give me the rundown on how good the movie was. And for me, it seems like it's harder to find that. It's kind of why I only care about, and I've told you this before on the show, Amazon reviews when there's a lot of them, and Rotten Tomatoes audience reviews. It's all I care about for that stuff. If there's 100,000 people who say that a movie is a 90 plus, the odds of that movie not being pretty good are low. I think that 100,000 people is where you can weed out the politics. One person will be like, damn, that was the best movie I've ever seen, but the person involved in this, I don't like them for this political reason and this political reason, so let's crap all over it.
Yeah, take the commentary out of it.
It's
Just put the
stupid.
star attachment. And at this point, like, why not? Why are we giving that opportunity for anyone to review? Like, go back to the old school days of where the movie's released, and it's like word of mouth, or that's it. Because it seems like everyone just craps on anything possible as soon as they can.
Well,
with
it's
movies
also,
especially.
There's also some element of, I don't know that people like these types of movies anymore. Like The Rock, the one that he was in, was very similar to this. I would say pretty similar. The Rock, the Smashing Machine movie. And he kind of did the same thing where he totally reinvented himself, and like he looked very, very different for this role.
I just saw
that thing flopped, man.
The poster for the Smashing Machine. It was the first time I'd seen any picture of The Rock in the role, and it looked like they wanted Rocky, but Rocky is like 80 now. Like it looked like they made The Rock look like Sylvester Stallone.
Somebody says, check out the reviews for the Black Little Mermaid, LOL. I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure you'll see this on anything like this where there's anything cultural that's brought up. Like, I don't want to know your politics through the things you like. What a boring person you are, if that's the case. What an absolutely boring person if you can't separate those things. And like, you're like, I got to have the right opinion on this thing. It must fully line up with my politics all the time. Just like stuff or dislike stuff. Is Sydney Sweeney good in this movie, Christy, or does she suck? That's the only thing that matters. For Smashing Machine with The Rock, it looks like a lot of people think he sucks. They want him to do something
but when
else.
That movie was first announced, they're like, this is his Oscar win. We know it.
And maybe it is, but the movie cost $50 million to make, and it only made $11 million.
Ooh.
That's tough.
That's a huge mountain of debt for him. We know it.
Yeah, that is a very, very tough one for the people who financed this movie. And then you go, Rock, it's time for you to get back into the Jumanji world. That's where the people love you. That's what they want to see.
Hart?
We want to do more of these. Tesla's Mad Max mode, Tesla drivers. The Mad Max mode is now under federal investigation on whether or not it is responsible for more aggressive driving on the streets. They demanded answers. The NHTSA, the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration. Yeah, it doesn't say it in front of me, so I was winging it. But the NHTSA isn't messing around. They've demanded answers from Tesla after reports suggested this Mad Max mode might encourage cars to blow past speed limits, go into other lanes, and act like they own the road. So they're upset about Tesla for doing this. And I don't know if they would go back and take the feature away, but that would suck.
It does seem a little irresponsible. Like you're
Mad Max?
You're popping the buttons here. You're tapping the screen, and one of the settings is your speed profile. And there's 4 icons. One says chill, and it's got a little umbrella with what looks like maybe a sun, and it's like
nice.
Chill. Standard is just a check mark, with the looks like a medal. Hurry is a clock that looks like it's in a hurry, which makes you think, all right, if I choose hurry, am I breaking the law? Like, is it speeding? And then Mad Max looks like a little cowboy with a mustache. I can't tell if it's supposed to be Mexican or not, but
what is it? Does it just take all the limits off? Is that what it does?
I think it's still part of full self-driving. So it's not how you drive, it's how the car drives itself.
Oh, no way.
But it
Really?
seems like you're telling the car to drive itself like a less safe driver.
Mm-hmm. Let me see.
It's like if we had, Sean mode, which is all the way to the left.
Yeah.
And then the rest of us.
No, you're right, though. It's full self-driving. So it's not even like, hey, you can hit the gas harder, you can steer more aggressively, and we'll change the power output of the vehicle. It's literally the car just doing that. So,
oh man, I want to try it before it gets deleted.
Will Tesla will a Tesla speed in full self-driving?
It sounds like it. It says literally on this article, Tesla has brought back its Mad Max mode for FSD. Supervised, it says. Supervised full self-driving.
Sure.
Which means you're supposed to have your hands on the wheel. That ignores speed limits amid several regulatory investigations into Tesla's system being dangerous.
Yeah. So we'll see if they change it. They might make them change it. Somebody says change it to Mario Kart mode. I don't know if that's going to
kind of
solve
like
much.
what it sounds like.
So I might not fix things. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll do the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Share the Show Tuesday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. Silly and stupid, but full of integrity. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Tuesday, we're going to be expecting another picture-perfect, just beautiful day. We'll be expecting temperatures to be right around average with a high of 80 degrees in Orlando. That's only a degree.
All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us on a Share the Show Tuesday. If you liked anything, and I mean anything that you've seen today, hit that like button over on the stream on YouTube. Appreciate you greatly. Hit subscribe to keep up with the show every single day. We'll keep you company from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. EST. We'll go through all things viral, all the news happening in the world. Try to have a little fun along the way. Get into a little drama from here to there.
Exclusive rebates, amazing
now,
and
it's time to rate the show.
Truckload of Speed Queen laundry.
Rate the show. Out of 10. 10 out of 10 is a banger. 1 out of 10 is a loser.
Barely find Speed Queen laundry anywhere else.
How do you rate the show today?
Speed Queen is built tough. Commercial grade.
What do you got for us?
And surprisingly quiet.
9 out of 10. Hunters shot in the face by Cheney.
Visit southeaststeel.net.
10 out of 10.
Stop by their downtown Orlando warehouse. Because trust me.
Sean looks darker today. Yeah, we're working on it.
The
The light process will be the final piece of this studio. Can't wait. Tanya says 10 out of 10. 10. 8.3 short bus shorties out of 10. 7.5 cops hitting middle-aged skaters. 8.9 free groceries out of 10. Celebrate them free groceries. 0 out of 10 no Epstein files. Love your show. Moved to Kentucky. Have to still watch. I miss Florida. You keep me close. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. 10 out of 10. 9.34 out of 10. 89 speed bumps out of 10. Now I want you to consider who is chatter of the day.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan
Lock on, please. There you go. Thank you. I almost gave up on you.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not.
I almost gave up on you.
Will provide a will and trust at no charge to you.
Okay, before we pick our chatter of the day, prediction time, everybody. All right, chat prediction time. Mom Donnie, the Democratic Socialist running for mayor of New York City. Will Mom Donnie win in New York City? Predictions now. Yes or no? Will Mom Donnie win, and will he be the next mayor of New York City? Yes or no? Mom Donnie will run away with it?
We're talking bonus bets, deposit matches.
I don't care. I live in Florida. Well, care or not, I want you to put your guess down. Ask Mr. Predicto. Mr. Predicto, will Mom Donnie win the mayoral race in New York City?
The answer is yes.
Well, Cuomo might as well wrap up things. Mom Donnie will win. Don't care. 90 seconds and we're back. No way. Hope not. He already won our hearts. Unfortunately, yes. I don't control the means of prediction. But I'm not outsourcing it either. All right? Our chatter of the day is you.
That's WOW at 20129. Feel that chill in the air? Now's the perfect time to layer up. The outerwear shop is now open and Untuck It with sharp new jackets and vests.
Congratulations.
For this season and beyond. You'll find all the right layers.
Congratulations, everybody.
Sharp, including cozy sweaters, sweatshirts, and more. But hurry, all weather won't wait.
You did it. You did it. You did it.
Shirts designed to be worn, untucked.
The free iHeartRadio app. Live radio, 24/7 news.
.com and more than 80 stores worldwide. Untuck It. Shirts designed to be worn, untucked.
The free iHeartRadio app.
Live radio, 24/7 news, live sports,
and your favorite podcasts.
A pure connection to what moves you.
The best part, it's all free.
Join the millions who already have it on their smartphone. The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
Rasmussen University is where passion meets education, offering over 60 career-focused programs ranging from nursing and early childhood education to business and IT. Whether you're starting fresh or leveling up, there's a path here built for your goals. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
Your front row seat to the most viral stories in the world. This
Cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. Thank you for being with us today on a Share the Show Tuesday. It's been a blast, and we'll be here with you tomorrow, same time, same place, all of that good stuff. So don't forget about us. Learn more about the show over on thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's get into these one by one. Final dispatches go first because I haven't played any
These
today,
are the
all right?
final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
Let's see what we got here. I'll dig through them. I'll sift through to find the best of the best and see what we got on the way out. Just for the record, Mr. Predicto in the studio has predicted that Mom Donnie is going to win the mayor race for New York City.
Interesting Predicto.
Mr. Predicto is pretty accurate on this stuff. I think Mr. Predicto is right about that. I think he might win. That's going to be the one that the race that's, whether you say you care or not, is just going to draw in the most attention because it's not a huge election. But
everyone loves talking about it.
Let's see what we got here. Here is El Scorcho with a dispatch.
Hey, so I work with kids in a pediatric setting, and it's actually part of our training not to change our voice for kids, but it's so hard because that's just like what we naturally want to do to like get on their level. But they even say it's better for baby, cognitive development to speak to them in your normal tone because that actually promotes, more accurate language development than like baby talk does. But yeah, it's just so hard to not want to like get excited with a kid, and you still can, but you just want to do it like a normal person. And I'm somebody who fluctuates in my voice and tone and inflection. Is that the word? I don't even know.
That's right. Yeah.
So just wanted to put my intake in there because I thought that was such an interesting part of my training and something I had to like really think about.
Yeah, the natural thing
that's
when you're
impossible. My God, I'm supposed to tell my kid, "Hey, we're going to bed now."
That's right.
Hey, let's go to sleep, and not go. Okay, we're going sweepies.
You're not supposed to do that.
Damn it.
Actually, I think as a parent, it's fine to do it, but I think they're saying more the teachers. Like the teachers are supposed to talk in just a more.
He doesn't have a whole lot of public school teachers right now, or
not yet.
Professional.
Not yet. Yeah, he'll get there. And let's see. You know what? That'll have to do it for now. Thank you for all your dispatches. You can still send yours in. Perhaps it shows up at another point in time. Perhaps it does not. If you do a great job, you get a star. If you do a bad job, you get a frowny face. And we'll leave all of them where they are for now. Everybody did an okay job today as we get the hell out of here. Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. OpenAI now embracing erotica, according to some new stories. They're suggesting that the verified adults accounts are going to be served up erotica starting very, very soon. And people in the romantic novel world are very worried about this, cutting into their bottom line. Which, yeah, I think it probably would. That makes sense. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Tuesday, November 4th, 2025. And today I learned this song.
The Thriller. No.
Oh, no. Beat It. Beat It is right. The iconic guitar solo in Beat It by Michael Jackson was done by the one and only Eddie Van Halen, not Van Hagar. And before the solo, when he did this, it was Michael Jackson tapping on a drum case to the beat of the solo. And it was like left in the song, I think at one point in time you could hear it, but then they replaced that with Eddie Van Halen's solo. And he was so intense recording this, some sources say, that the guitar amplifier he was using caught on fire, which sounds kind of rock and
sounds
roll.
like that's the take we use.
Yeah, you keep that one no matter what. The amp is burning, then you've done something right. Rock and roll is definitely happening. Let's go to the final one here. Today I learned this band right here.
Social Distortion.
That's right, Social Distortion. This was kind of crazy to read. The band Social Distortion has been around since 1978.
What?
They are older than I am. And they started in Orange County in the hardcore scene of the late 1970s. Social Distortion went on hiatus in the 80s. And then still, after all these years, they continue to tour and record music. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast.